Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. This live stream, we're gonna go over every fight on this card, this UFC card that's coming up this Saturday, UFC Houston, Texas. We got Strickland versus Fluffy Hernandez headlining the card. We also got a hometown guy, Jeff Neal, fighting at home. It's on this card, so you got what you wanted. So should be a banger there. We got Dan Ige versus Melchizedek Cost. So this card's actually pretty sick. We actually got a short notice replacement fight for Jacoby Smith also on this card. He's taking on Josiah Harrell, who was actually supposed to be making his UFC debut a couple years back against Jack Della Maddalena. And something happened with him, so he wasn't able to fight Jack Della Maddalena, but he's coming back for his second opportunity in the UFC. So we'll see what he can do, right? We'll see what he can do. We also got Jack Reese versus Michelle Pereira. I never thought I would be seeing this matchup anytime soon. But yeah, this is it, guys. Here we are. Michelle Pereira. This might be. This might be his. This might be one of his last fights on the UFC if he can't get it done over Jack Reese at this point. So this is like he might be on the chopping block right now. With the UFC matchmakers, I mean, he needs a win bad. I mean, I don't know who needs to win more badly than Michelle Pereira on this card, but I think he's definitely up there. But let's see who else is on the chopping block right now, who could be cut from the UFC if they don't win. Maybe Odie Osborne. I could see. I mean, I don't know. The UFC kind of likes Odie Osborne, so I don't know if they're gonna cut him. But he probably is also on the chopping block with Michelle Pereira. Maybe Garule. I think Garule is also in the mix. Yeah, I think Garule is also in the mix right now for getting cut. So there's a lot of guys on this card that need to win bad. Or they could be going back and fighting. And I mean, Garule could be going back to Fury UFC or some shit and competing over there again. And I don't think he's gonna get another opportunity in UFC. He's already over 31 years old, right? So there aren't going to be a lot of opportunities for Garule if he doesn't win this fight this Saturday. We also got Furo. I think Furo might be in the mix too. Hasn't been looking good. I mean, I know he won the fight over Angelusa, but he hasn't done that well in the UFC. But yeah, this card. I mean, Juliana Miller. I don't know. I don't know if UFC's gonna cut her because I feel like they like girls like Juliana Miller that can just take fights like whenever they need someone to take fights. I mean, so I could see Juliana Miller still being in the UFC after losing this fight to Carly Judice. I think that's definitely a possibility. She doesn't get cut by the UFC. But like, I mean, she's 5-3, man. I mean, so it's just like it's crazy. I mean, how we have like even Judice is what 5-2, so like it's not that much better, eh? It's really not that much better, but man, I really think that I mean, we all know. I mean, I haven't seen anyone out there pick Juliana Miller. No one. I haven't come across anyone. So like, I'm sure there's someone out there that has a bet on Juliana Miller, but it's probably like one out of like 1,000 people or some shit. It's probably like along those lines, right? So there's no one that I've seen betting on Juliana Miller this week. It's for a good reason, I think. And the reason I say that is because he's not gonna win the striking here. So he doesn't have good wrestling. So it's definitely a tough matchup for Juliana Miller. Even though she's coming off a win, right? She's coming off a win over Ivana Petrovic, who's also one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in the UFC. I mean, it's like she's 2-2 in the UFC, so like she's definitely not that bad. I mean, when you look at it on paper. Wins over Brogan Walker, who's like 50 years old. I mean, I don't think she's still in the UFC. She might still be in the UFC somehow. No, I don't think she might be cut off for that Veronica Hardy fight. Man, this opening fight's like, I mean, I was thinking about betting Judice. I'm on it for 100. I just passed on it. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I think Judice is gonna finish her. She should finish her. I think pretty relatively easy. Like I think if Luana Santos can put hands on you and like knock you out that early in the first round, I mean I can't imagine what Judice is gonna do, right? But obviously it's WMA, so yeah, you can never be too sure. So shit happens that you don't expect in WMA all the time. So I wouldn't be shocked if Julian Miller like gets a takedown or something. All of a sudden, she's like just looking to prove a point, and she shows up and like finds a submission. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but You never know. You can never be too sure. And when it comes to MMA, when it comes to these big time favorites in the UFC, right? Especially MMA. So I have a rule. I mean, I don't parlay girls at minus. I mean, even minus 400, I should have done it. Probably minus 400. I think it was pretty good. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, man. This just seems crazy. Minus like, then the line went up to like minus 750 where it's sitting right now. Minus 750 for a WMA fight. And like I mean, this fight's not even favored to go the distance, right? I mean, you might as well play the KO prop. I mean, at that point, right? Because this is huge step down for Carly Judiz. When it comes to like her opponents in the UFC, like Gabriel Fernandez, it's a step up. She lost the fight really close. She lost to Carriage Caddy and Nesta, I think her name is, another really good kickboxer. So she's only been losing to girls that are pretty solid, really durable. Yeah, I think GDS is gonna run through her, but what are you gonna do, right? Are you gonna bet the KO prop at minus 140, minus 150 for a WMA fight? Who knows, man? Maybe Julian Miller is gonna run around and fucking survive. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I do think Judy should win. I mean, it's not. I'm not telling you guys anything crazy here. We got MMA fan. What's going on, bro? How you guys doing today, man? We got a lot of snow up here, man. I just finished cleaning my freaking driveway. My neighbor's cleaning his part of the driveway right now outside. It's crazy out there, bro. I just got like sick. My back's fucking hurting from picking up the snow this whole winter. I'm getting tired and sick of living in Canada, bro. This might be the last year for me in Canada. What's up, man? How you doing? Can't wait for this card. Should be a good one with a lot of finishes. I think you're right, bro. I think you're definitely right. I do expect a lot of finishes in the card also. MMA. No, we got Majin Flex said over 1.5 rounds or GDs by finish. Do you mean the under 1.5 rounds or the over 1.5 rounds? Because I'm just like, even those WMA fights normally go a little bit longer than this one's tricky, man. Because I mean, I see it wasn't long ago. Obviously, Julian Miller came back after a bit of a layoff in that Luana Santos fight. But it wasn't long ago when if like Luana Santos is not a good striker. Her striking is shit. She can't knock anyone out. I mean, and I couldn't believe that Luana Santos knocked her out in the first round the way she did. I'm sure Jill Miller's gonna look a little bit better than that fight, but man, it's just not a good look. I mean, anyone that gets knocked out by Luana Santos, I mean, then you're fighting a girl like Judice who knows what she's doing in the stand-up race. She's a much better kickboxer, setting everything up, setting up traps out there, landing knees to the body, high kicks. She's knocked out girls with a knee to the body. I think that was her last fight against Cagliari, who's I mean not really the best fighter either, but she's pretty tough. I mean, she's not an easy girl to KO like that. And she knocked her out with a nasty knee to the body. I mean, just crippled her. It was a liver. I think it was a knee to the liver actually. Now that I think about it, it was a nasty knee to the liver. And so he's just putting it on Cagliari the whole time. I mean, up until that third round when Cagliari just couldn't take any more damage. So I think at some point, like she's gonna knock out Juliana Miller. Miller doesn't have good wrestling. Her takedowns are shit. And Judice has good I mean, her takedown defense isn't the best, but she has a good get-up game. And she's pretty athletic for this weight class. So yeah, they're both 5'7", but I think I mean she's minus 750 for a reason. I'm not gonna play that minus 750 in a parlay. You're not really getting much back. I mean, if you got if you want to like do a 2-leg parlay with someone who's like minus 200, I guess that might bring down the line a little bit. But I don't know. I'm not playing it minus 750. Even the minus 3.5 is not that good. So everyone knows what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna stay away. We got DK and that was gonna DK. I seen that, bro. I seen you call Josiah Hero. I know you called him on LFA also. I remember that. So I know you got some good underdogs that normally come through for you. Guys, make sure you guys join Discord, by the way. We had a free Discord community, over 800 people now. So make sure you guys go click the link down below in the description of this live stream and go join Discord. Stop picking up the snow with your bare hands. Nah, I actually got a machine and I was picking it like, I mean, you can only move so much with the machine. Like, even the machine's like fucking, it's like, I had enough, bro. But like, bro. I mean, it's like crazy. I mean, we actually got freezing rain today, so snow and freezing rain, so it's like worse, you know. It's like worse than normally it is. But this whole winter has been absolutely insane. When it comes to like the snow. Um, damn man, I'm in Florida, so it's never that cold up here. But come out here, it's nice. Man, I honestly, I don't feel like living out here my whole life. I just can't do it anymore. I feel like it's gonna get worse and worse every winter now because of global warming. Over 1 ounce would be sweaty, but better value than. I mean, I know a lot of people have Judice and parlays, and I don't blame you guys. Minus 500. I'm sure like she's gonna close in at like minus eight, like 900, minus 1,000, like by fight night. This line's probably gonna get even wider. I mean, that's what I expect, right? Look, let me see if I can bring up the odds here. Fight odds IO. So like, look, there's been a ton of money coming in. I mean, I thought the line was gonna settle in around minus 500 from minus 400, but man, people are willing to like just like throw like she's already minus 900 out there. Like minus 400, I was thinking about it, right? Minus 400, I was thinking about it. Then I was like, I was like, minus 400 isn't bad. A fight that I'm pretty confident in, and I'm pretty confident that she's gonna win and probably win by KO. Even if she doesn't win by KO, I think she's gonna win every single round. And it's just the damage is gonna pile up towards Judice's side. I feel like the reason like I'm like kind of hesitant to bet the KO prop here because they are fighting in the bigger octagon, right? I mean, obviously that shouldn't matter that much. But I think it does matter a little bit because Juliana Miller is gonna have a lot of room to move around a little bit more than normally like they do at the Apex. So that might play a little bit of a factor, and they are like flyweight, right? So I mean, like knockouts don't happen that consistently at flyweight. But yeah, I mean, Miller is like she's been knocked out before 2 times. So I mean, once in the first round. So that's the only time she's been finished, and it was by Luana Santos by KO. I mean, Luana Santos has sneaky power, but like not obviously not at the level of strike as a striker as Carly Judice. Yeah, I mean, I'm picking Judice by KO, but like, fuck, let me see what the KO prop is. What is the KO prop? I think it's I seen minus 140 on Bet Online. I just like, ah, fuck this. Man, fight ends by KO minus 175. Damn. Damn. I mean, the over might be a little bit better. I mean, I don't want to be sweating the over here. This is just a pass fight for me. Julian Miller gonna use her. Yo, someone actually sent her odds on. Let me see if I can find this somewhere. So like, yeah, someone actually sent her the odds. Oh, you're this big of a underdog this week. Like, what do you think about this? And she was like kind of pissed off about it. She's like, oh, everyone's conning me out right now. I mean, imagine like Julian Miller goes out there, just fucking puts it on her, goes out there with the wrestling game plan, just gets takedowns over and over. I mean, what is like? No one's even talking. I haven't even been talking about this, but like, what is? I'm not gonna fucking bet Julian Miller, but I'm just saying like, it's crazy though. Julian Miller by decision. What the hell is that? I mean, Judice by split minus 1,400. I don't think this fight's gonna be close. I mean, but you never know if she can't get that KO. Even I mean, I think she's gonna win pretty clearly. I'm trying to make a case for Julian Miller at this big price, and it's tough. I mean, even the KO props. Look, I was like, let me see if maybe the KO props will be juicy. Normally, the WMA fighters, like when it comes to the late KO props, round 2, round 3, I've cast on Klein before round 3 KO. I've cast on I think I cast on the other girl too. I can't remember her name now. Shit, I can't remember her name now, but that Brazilian chick in the third round, she got a shiny TKO. I think it was like last year, late last year actually. So normally you can get like plus 1,500 on these late KO props, like late round props. I mean round 3, round 2. But like, look, I mean, Judice round 1's plus 215, bro. Judice round 1 KO plus 215. I've never seen a number that low on a WMA fight to end by KO in the first round. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it. Normally it's like at least plus 400, plus 500, even round 1. So this is just kind of crazy. Search up Julian Miller with makeup. I don't know if I want to see that. Okay, I'll do it just for you, Grisher. We got Paku now. What's going on, Paku? How you doing over there? And Aussie. I don't know why I just said that, but don't overthink it, bro. This is a light highlight reel by Jadis. I mean, I think you're right. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I mean, I'm picking her to win. Okay, let me search. Let me look this up right now. Juliana Miller with makeup. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be traumatized when I see this shit right here. Juliana Miller, man, with makeup. Okay, fucking hell. Is it on YouTube or like where can I find this? Maybe it's on Google. Ah, shit. Gray shirt, man. What are you making me look up right now? Let me do this. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second right now. Juliana Miller makeup. I mean, some chicks like they look worse with makeup, I think. And see my what is that? Is that actually her? Juliana Miller with makeup. Juliana Miller style. Is that actually her? That might be someone else. What the fuck? I don't think that's actually her. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to see this. So let's skip over it. Yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm actually gonna go like round 1 KO. I think Mitter is gonna be stuck striking with her and probably get knocked out. But -2 plus 200 plus 215. Fuck that. I'm not betting plus 215 round 1 KO. I'm trying to lock in right now, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lock in. Gray shirts out here, like just trying to tell me to like go look her up with makeup on. I don't even know if I want to see. I actually tried, but I couldn't find it. So maybe you can post it in Discord, Gray shirt. That's why we have a Discord community, so you guys can post shit like that in Discord. By the way, we actually have an Eileen Perez fight coming up next week, UFC Mexico City. I know you guys are a huge fan of Eileen Perez, right? So I'm not even kidding. I think Perez is gonna smash fucking what's that chick's name? That Dyke. Fucking hell, I can't remember her name now. But yeah, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Macy Chiasson. I think Perez is gonna smash her and beat her up pretty bad. She's not the worst looking. I mean, she's up there. I think she's up there. I made a tier list for WMA fighters like based on looks and like their beauty, and I don't even think I had her like on the video. I mean, you're right though. I mean, like maybe a little bit of maybe was it to the salon could do her some justice, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's move on. I can't be able to spend. How much time did I spend? I spent like almost 10 minutes on this fight, bro. What am I doing? Okay, let's move on, guys. I don't have any bets on that fight. I'm not even sure what the hell I'm gonna bet on. Round 1 KO sucks. Round 2 KO probably maybe round 2, round 3 KO might be a little bit better if Julian Miller can hang in there a little bit. Yeah, this is just a brutal matchup for her. Next fight on the card, we got Jordan Levitt taking on Yadir Dawali. Bro, UFC is like a billion dollar company, and they can like fucking their website's like one of the worst websites on the internet. What are we doing right now? Come on. Okay, finally it worked. All right, guys, are you guys fans of Jordan Levy? Do you guys think he has a chance to win here or what? I know you're dear. Like I know there's people out there that are saying, "Oh, just because he was in a fixed fight with Bulgarian, he hasn't proven anything." I guess you're kind of right. I mean, those people they have a point. But yeah, I was picking him anyways. I mean, before all the betting shit that came out, right? If you guys would go back and watch my breakdown on Yadir Dawali, I've liked him since Contender Series. I didn't know much about him. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him fight before. So I was taping him for a Contender Series, right? I was taping him when he had a fight on Dynamite Contender Series. And I think actually, like, I don't know if I picked him. I might have picked the underdog there. Maybe I can't remember now. But I think I might have picked Montero because I wasn't too high on him there, even though like, he was underdog on Contender Series. So I think I did pick Montero because Montero was underdog, so I liked him there. I was like, Montero can make him work. He can defend a couple of those takedowns and strike him on the feet. But man, Yadir, he impressed me a lot in Contender Series. He was able to strike him, pressure him nonstop. He was making some mistakes. I mean, he's only 20 years old, so he's gonna make some mistakes. He's still a young guy in the fight game. He's going for guillotine shit like that, which can happen at this point in your career. But yeah, I mean, then he goes out there, hasn't been the best competition. I mean, I'll be honest, Connor Matthews. I mean, should have never been signed to UFC. He was kind of a charity case for the matchmakers. They gave him a chance because I mean, he was like a former, I think he was in the army or something, and he beat some. I think he beat some guy who's like a flyweight or something. This guy was like 5'6", and they gave him a chance in the UFC, which obviously didn't go well for him. So yeah, his wins are not that good. I mean, other than the Dolgarian one, well, obviously Dolgarian, we all know what happened there. But I liked his chances over Dolgarian even before the betting scandal that came out right afterwards. And I bet him there plus 180 over Dolgarian. So I was pretty high on him going into the Dolgarian fight. A lot of people are picking. I mean, obviously, like more people are starting to pick Del Valle because the betting scandal that came out. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna look at that fight, right? I'm just gonna like break down this fight. Him coming off that win over Connor Matthews. Obviously, the level of competition is not that great, but I don't think he would be that much of a favorite over Levitt. He would probably like -2, -180, -200. But I don't know, man. I've never been impressed by Jordan Levitt. I don't know what he does well. Maybe he's got some BJJ, just another BJJ nerd. His striking is alright though. He's outstruck Trey Ogden before. He knocked out Victor Martinez with the flying knee. Victor Martinez, I mean, I don't think he's a UFC caliber fighter. I mean, he was looking good over Paddy Pimbley. You took him down, had his back in the first round. Was able to get his grappling going early in the first round. Then he just kind of fell apart in the second round, gave up his back, and that's the thing with Levitt, right? When things are going well for him, normally he gets a takedown early and he's winning. Then he kind of fumbles the bag in the later half of the fight, and that's kind of what's been going on with Jordan Levitt. I mean, since he came into the UFC, so he can make this fight kind of close if Del Valle isn't able to finish him, but I think he's gonna finish him. I do think he's gonna find the submission or ground and pound TKO. He has pretty vicious ground and pound, and I see him finishing Jordan Levitt at maybe in the second round. That's what I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna go second round submission. It's crazy because submission's actually paying out better than the KO prop. Levitt's tough though, man. I don't think he's getting standing TKO on the feet. I think he's gonna go for a takedown. They're gonna scramble. Your deer's gonna end up on top of him at some point, and then he's gonna go to work there from half guard or like just get to full mount. And yeah, so yeah, I mean another big favorite, but I'm actually confident Del Valle. I bet him in a parlay with another guy on this card. We'll talk about that one later. Same, bro. I think Perez will smash Macy. Bro, you guys, like I bet her month on 33, I think it was. The line was actually, I think she might have been, I don't know if she was underdog, but like the line was really close for that fight. And I've actually been picking Macy in the past. I picked her over, I picked her a lot of fights before. I picked her from Mara Buenosova. I bet her there, and obviously, like we know what happened there. There was a doctor stoppage. She wasn't looking good in the first round, so I don't know. Macy's kind of a head case, I think. I'm not saying Perez is like the best fighter ever, but she's definitely committed to the fight game more than Macy. I feel like at this point. What's going on, Nate? How you doing? Jordan Levitt is actually a decent step up from Dolgarian. Is he a better? Okay, if Dolgarian wasn't selling that fighter, if he wasn't like throwing that fight away, like I think Dolgarian's a more dangerous fighter than Levitt. Like in my opinion, because I think Dolgarian has more vicious ground and pound. He's like more nasty on the feet, and he's got better wrestling than Jordan Levitt. So I don't know. I'm gonna disagree with you on that, Nate. But I know what you mean. He's kind of more proven at the UFC level. He can win a 15-minute fight. But he's not like out there destroying anyone, right? I mean, Trey Ogden is a good win though, because Trey Ogden has the ability to like somehow like win striking fights against guys like Joe Huber, which is shocking to me that he was able to do that in Joe Huber's debut in the UFC as a massive underdog. So he did outstrike Trey Ogden, but it was a really close fight. I mean, that's probably his best win, right? I'm gonna say that's his best win, and I did pick. I think I picked Jordan Levitt over Holloway. I remember I picked Holloway over Hernandez, so that's the fight that I'm thinking about right now. He's got slick jiu-jitsu. I mean, his wrestling has definitely been getting a little bit better recently. Like he was able to get a takedown Kerr Holloway, but Kerr Holloway has no takedown defense at all. Like anything, anyone can take him down. This Victor Martinez, I mean, KO was nice. It was like a flying knee KO, hit him in the face with the flying knee. That's nice. I mean, everyone else, right? He lost to Claudio Polos, is a BJ nerd. That's not the best. Though Claudio Polos cannot strike. Even though striking looked a little bit better recently, he still got knocked out by Joaquim Silva. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He's 5-3, so he has a winning record in UFC, but I think he's gonna take another L here. He hasn't been the most consistent fighter. But I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say, Nate. He's not the worst fighter out there either, but I need to see Jordan on the scales. I don't know. I don't know. I know what you mean though, but like I don't know. I don't know if I want to see this guy on the scales. He's kind of jesty, man. He's kind of jesty. Let's see if we can find some. I'll play this Jordan Levitt. Let's see what he's been up to. Levitt, the Monkey King. You guys fuck with the Monkey King? Should I follow him? I don't know if I should follow this guy. Okay, what the fuck is this? When you run out of your favorite supplements and you're mortal, bro. This shit's too jesty for me. I think I'm not. I can't follow this guy. I don't think he's actually like gay. I think he actually has a wife and like kids. But yeah, he just plays into that fucking gay character. I don't know. Maybe he might be a little bit jesty on the side. I don't know. What's going on, McMuffin? How you doing, bro? I want to see Levitt win so bad. Damn, there's a lot of Levitt fans out there. I did not expect that. By the way, girl Jacqueline in my room just went to Mexico to get stem cells. That's the breaking news of the day, isn't it, bro? Sanchez. Breaking news of the day. Jacqueline in my room went to Mexico City. So she's probably going to be watching there live for the Mexico card, right? Probably. I got Canada men's hockey taking the gold, bro. Damn, we got Tyler out here breaking down Olympics, man. You should, bro. That's crazy. I don't keep up with the Olympics, bro. I'm a fan. I mean, I'm gonna be watching BFO tomorrow. Are you guys watching BFO tomorrow? The Canada's MMA League. They actually got some good prospects on the come up right now, so you guys probably should tune in and watch Jacqueline. I mean, not Jacqueline. Watch those guys. Rally De Silva headlining the card tomorrow. We got Christian Strong on the card. We also got another guy who's like on the come up right now. Let me see. I made a post on Twitter about this. Yeah, these guys. Look, remember Rally De Silva of Dana White Contender Series in 2025. So he's actually going to be fighting tomorrow. But obviously, the UFC didn't want to sign him, right? Because he had a little bit of a boring performance on the Contender Series, even though it was over a guy who was a really solid prospect. I think his name was Mongos, something George Mongos, I believe his name was. That was a really good win, man. I mean, I think people are like kind of sleep, and they should have signed him off that win. So it's crazy that didn't give him a chance in the UFC over. It's crazy, isn't that crazy? I keep comparing this to like the fact that Jose Medina is still in the UFC somehow, and they don't sign guys like Bradley Silva who actually have a skill to them. Like I don't know, man. I don't know what the UFC is doing right now. I know obviously they want to sign guys that are exciting, but what has Jose Medina done other than get his ass whooped every single time we see him out there? And he still has a fight coming up somehow. Like, it's fucking pissing me off. Honestly, it makes me really mad. But yeah, we also got this guy on the come up right now. This Adam, I think he's going to be a good prospect in the UFC. Obviously, Canada doesn't have the best reputation recently, but MMA doing well in the UFC. Obviously, we got guys like Jahabi on the rise right now. he's gonna be the next bantamweight champion. Ayman Jahabi. We got Mike Malad. He's gonna be the next welterweight champion. Who else do we got on the come up right now from Canada? I mean, fucking, we had a good WMF fighter on the come up. Jasmine Jaswis. He ran into Manon Fear, which sucks. I mean, so yeah, I can't think of anyone else. I think there might be some other Canadians in the come up right now, but I think these guys should all be in the UFC. Christian Strong. I think we'll see these two on the Contender Series later this year. Adam Pasiner, and Christian Strong. This is a rematch. I'm not sure why they're running a rematch with Ali Vasuk. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that, but I'm sure we'll see these guys on Contender Series again this year, maybe. Yeah, I know he's got a fight coming up this week, right? I don't even know the promotion that he's fighting in. It's like some next promotion that he's fighting in, actually. But guys, I put your deer in a parlay. I got him in minus 320. It's not bad. I mean, it's minus 400 now. I don't think that's either. Like, I actually think it's pretty solid. Minus 400. He's gonna look good, man. He's got better striking. He's got more power on the feet. He's a little bit more physical than Levitt, and he's got more heart than Levitt. I feel like Levitt, when things are going well for him, he's looking good. When things aren't going well for him, he's kind of like he doesn't do enough for my liking. So could be a little bit close. I mean, Levitt's not a bad fighter, but I don't know. I think Diwali is gonna look pretty good here, and I'm gonna pick him by submission second on. I think it's gonna be a rear naked strangle. So that's the way I'm gonna go in this fight. I mean, a lot of people agree because it's minus 400 still. He actually opened about minus 600, so obviously fair amount of money came in on Levitt. The opening line was kind of crazy though, minus 600, because he was minus plus 180, plus 200 over Dogurian before the fucking line went down like crazy because of the fixed fight situation. But yeah, he was like plus 180 when I bet him before all the betting shit that came out. Now he's minus for 600, but I don't know. I think he's gonna look. I think he's gonna finish him in the second round. So the first round's gonna be a little bit tricky, I think. But I think the longer it goes, it favors Diwali. I do worry though. He might go for a guillotine on Levitt and end up on his back a little bit early. So that does worry me a little bit. So, but I think it's his fight to lose. So give me Diwali by submission. I just bet him in a parlay. I don't even know if I want to bet the submission prop. But they are nice. I mean, IHD could be ground and pound TKO or it could be submission. So that's why like I haven't bet the submission yet, because I'm not like, maybe ends by submission might be a little bit better because Levitt's gonna be alive for submission too early. He's got slick jiu-jitsu. He's pretty flexible early when it comes to the BJJ game. Minus 170 for ITD. I think him as a parlay piece better than ITD. That's what I think. I mean, it's a little bit safer. Wouldn't shock me if he wins by decision. I mean, if Levitt is able to just hang in there, survive, and maybe we get a 28-28 type of fight here. But yeah, I think he'll finish him. So that's my official prediction. And okay, where's submission prop? Yeah, plus two. Okay, plus 300 out there too. Plus 280, plus 275. I mean, his KO is plus 160 because people think because Levitt's like a good grappler, maybe he's not gonna get subbed here, but we've seen him get subbed before, so it wouldn't shock me it happens again. Let's move on. Next fight on the card, man. I'm actually gonna change my pick on this fight now because I've been thinking about this one. So like, if you guys watch my breakdown, which was like a week ago, maybe it was like actually over a week ago now, when I made my breakdown for this card, because obviously we had an off week from the UFC. So yeah, I was picking Phil Rowe. I've been a Phil Rowe hater in the past, and I was like, maybe he might have a chance here, and I was thinking maybe John Paul is gonna get a little bit tired, and I've seen him get tired right back when he was fighting at 155. If you guys go, I mean, that was like 3 years ago almost, so it was a while ago, and he's only 27, right? So now I'm thinking about it like this. He was still like, what was he, like 24, 23 at the time when he fought Jacoby Jones, who actually lost on the Dynamite Contender Series, didn't win. He was like 24, I think. Yeah, 24 years old. So that's like really young. I mean, for me, so he fumbled that one. He lost before getting killed by Spike Carly. And I mean, Carly is alright, but like, come on, man, it's not a good look getting knocked out by Spike Carly. What happened to Spike Carly? Is he still fighting? I know he's competing in like Ryzen. Oh, he's fighting in some next promotion on Knockout 60. I don't know what the fuck that is. Japan, apparently. Man, I'm still like not too sure. Like, I know people are like crazy, are all in on John Paul Labasniani, and like the guy that he beat in the Contender Series is like a complete can. I don't think Jack Congdon is any good. I'm not even sure how he got to 7-1 at that time, and got an opportunity on Contender Series. But yeah, I mean, he knocked him out in the first round with a nasty head kick. So that was nice. I might have to change my pick on this one because like Phil Rowe doesn't look like he's locked in, man. He's on Instagram all the time. Every time I see like some like meme on Instagram, like he's like commenting on all this shit. Look, he's like, I've seen like him. I was like, bro, you gotta lock the fuck in, bro, for your fight. Like he's like watching Instagram reels all the time. I mean, can you guys see this? Look. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this right now. Okay, look. I don't know. He's like, I don't think he's locked in, man. So I'm gonna have to change my pick. Look, Spike the goat, bro. I like his style. I do like his style. Of course I'm from India, bro. What do you think? I'm streaming from India right now. I'm on the streets right now, bro. I got a food stall next to me. Like I'm selling food right now, streaming at the same time. What can I do for you, man? What can I do for you? Feed Philly. I'm changing my mind now, bro. I really am changing my mind. Cause look, this is what like 5 days ago. I mean, I'm sure he's training a little bit, but bro, I don't like to see this. I do not like to see guys that are like even like a lot of guys that are on Twitter all the time, on Instagram all the time. They're like losing a lot. Remember Bakoyev? Like he's always on Twitter. The other guy, fucking Julius Walker, he's always on Twitter, like fucking just all the time. So this might be like an Insta fade, social media fade. I was like, bro, you gotta lock the fuck in, man. What are you watching? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? And some guy's like, yeah, I swear I was gonna say this too. Yeah, I'm not fucking picking someone who's not locked in. So yeah, I'm changing my pick, guys. I'm changing my pick to Labasnioni. And I think he's gonna submit him. I do think he's gonna submit him because he's got select jiu-jitsu. But I do worry about the size a little bit. He's 5'11", 72-inch reach. I mean, fucking Fedor's gonna have a crazy reach advantage over him, but he doesn't really use it that well. I do worry a little bit. I do worry a little bit about this matchup. Because like John Paul Labasnioni, if he doesn't submit him early or finish him early, which is a possibility that he could submit him or finish him early, I do worry that he might get a little bit tired, man. Even though his cardio's been looking all right recently at 170. Man, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna pick John Paul Labasnioni, but I don't know if I want to bet him at minus 200. But I do think he should win this fight. He seems a little bit more locked in right now. Let me see. John Paul. I've seen his. I was just, like looking up his Instagram, and he looks like he's like training pretty hard. Seriously. See, like, look, when you look at his Instagram, he looks like he's like all locked in. I mean, training hard right now, taking this really serious, and this is like a good matchup for him in this UFC debut, right? It's a pretty good matchup for him. Look, he's been how long has he been training? He's got sick jiu-jitsu. Like he can take this fight to the mat anytime he wants. Like I was only picking what's his name, Phil Rowe, because I was like maybe you can like do the same thing you did to Andalusa, but Andalusa has a really bad gas tank. And he's had that same problem for a while now. Even in the McKee fight in the past, he got really tired. McKee just didn't have the power to put him away completely. That's probably Rowe's gonna be his only chance to win. He doesn't have the best fight IQ. He's probably gonna get taken down. And I think Labasnioni is gonna be live for a submission. So I'm gonna go Labasnioni by submission in the first round. Actually, I think he's gonna get like an arm maybe not an arm triangle, probably like a triangle off his back or something. I know Phil Rowe competes in grappling all the time. I think Labasnioni is catching him at the right time here. You think the over 1.5 rounds is a lock? Man, I'm going John Paul round 1 submission, but I don't know. I don't even know what the submission is. What is the submission prop here? What is the submission prop paying out here? His money line is minus 205, so like obviously there's been money coming in a roll. He went all the way down to minus 180 at one point, and obviously the line came back a little bit after. The over 1.5 rounds minus 170. I mean, Roll is tough, so he's not an easy guy to just fucking submit or like KO. He's pretty tough historically. He's pretty tough. He's been dropped before. He's getting dropped by Andalus over and over. I don't think he got hurt by Cole. I don't remember him getting hurt by Cole. He's pretty tough though. I mean, he's not a quitter. Fight ends by KO plus 200. I do worry about Labasnioni's durability a little bit. I mean, he was getting knocked out. I mean, getting finished on the ground by guys like at 155. Maybe he's gonna have better durability at 170. Roll by finish. I mean, that's probably his only chance to win by finish, I think. If you can defend takedowns, I mean, obviously chances of winning go up a lot. Labasnioni by decision plus 300. By submission, what submission? I think submission is more alive. Labasnioni by submission plus 250. I feel like submission is more alive than a KO prop. Of course, he's my favorite fighter, bro. Jubilee's my favorite fighter. Jubilee, who's a Tomer. We're gonna take over the UFC soon. Yusuf, what's going on, Yusuf? How you doing? What is your favorite book to use? 365. Bro, I like FanDuel for props and DraftKings and BetOnline. BetOnline for money lines mostly, or parlays. But yeah, those are the only 3 books that I use now. We got Bob in the house. What's going on, Bob? I know this is a pre-record because Pick'em ain't reading chat. I am reading chat, bro. I'm just doing some trolls right now in the chat. You're in John Paul too. Did you bet him? Like, are you? I don't know, man. I do worry about guys like making their debut and like, even though like Phil Rowe isn't the best fighter out there, like he doesn't use his reach all that well or like his height. He's got good striking, but like even against fucking Magny, he was like clenching him the whole time. I mean, I don't know. He's really stupid. He's really stupid. I was betting NBA on there, but like, why am I gonna fucking promote it now? I don't. It doesn't make sense anymore to promote it. They have good lines, though. They still have good lines on PFL fights. They open a lot of like underdog guys that shouldn't be like. Yeah, they open a lot of lines on PFL that are wrong. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. How about now? I'm not about to do that. But guys, let's move on. Next fight on the card. So that's my pick flip on the fight. I'm pick flipping to John Paul Labassignoni by submission. Maybe I'm gonna be pissed if Phil Rowe like gets a KO somehow and knocks him out cold. Then I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have pick flip. But yeah, I'm gonna switch. I'm switching it to John Paul Labassignoni. Our next fight on the card, we got Ramiz Brahimaj versus Punahele Soriano. This is Vulcan's boy. Where's Vulcan now? This is Vulcan's boy right here. Ramiz Brahimaj. He's been underdog almost every single time in the UFC. Now he's coming in as a favorite. Minus 125. I mean, it's basically even money. He's not that much of a favorite, but and Punahele. It's crazy to me because Punahele at one point, like he wasn't wrestling anyone up at 185. Like he was, I mean, obviously he's got wrestling in the back pocket, but he was never wrestling anyone. Maybe he just couldn't take those guys down at 185. Then he came back. I think he came down to 170 after he lost pretty embarrassingly to what's his name, fucking Stoltzfus. Yeah, Stoltzfus. He got beat up pretty bad there. I mean, it wasn't the best look for him. He was getting out struck on the feet, getting his back taken, getting out grappled. He got sub. And I think he ran away from the octagon after because he was so embarrassed because losing to Stoltzfus. I mean, Stoltzfus is an okay enough fighter, but losing to him, like, I mean, Joe Pyfer lost to him too. I know it was a fucking arm injury or something, but still, I still haven't bet Brahimaj because I could see Punahele like doing the same thing he's been doing at 170 to all these other guys, like taking them down, wrestling them, laying and praying. He's got power on the feet, I mean, but his striking is really mid. I don't think he's going to be able to put combinations together. I mean, he swings a big overhand right. That's all he's got on the feet. Cardio isn't the best either. If you make him work, I mean, I don't think his cardio is going to hold up if you make him work. If you keep getting back up over and over, like Brahimaj was doing against Vanderford, he's going to be attacking submissions too. So I don't think Punahele is going to be able to just take him down and just lay on him the whole time and not worry about the submissions. So that's what this fight basically comes down to for me. I feel like the doesn't go the distance probably a little bit better than betting aside here because I can see Punahele landing a big overhand right, putting him down, finishing him maybe. I can see Brahimaj catching him in a submission, finishing him too. So I think there's an opportunity for a finish on the ground also in the stand-up. So Brahimaj can also knock him out, I think, too. So I think doesn't go the distance is not bad. It's minus 200. That's probably the way to go here. Then I'm picking Brahimaj because I do think he's more likely to finish. But Punahele has the style to like. I mean, he's a bigger guy, former 185er. He can take him down, fucking lay and pray. Also, the lines are so close. I think because no one's at minus 200 here because of that alone. Can't trust a guy who lost to Themba Karimbo. I actually bet on Themba minus 125, so I was happy that Themba just fucking made that shit really boring. And I know what you mean though. I know Themba he came back after layoffs though. Let's remember that part, Nate. So he came back after the layoff, right after 2-year layoff, and he just didn't. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing out there. That's what it looked like to me in the Timba fight. Can I use you as a referral for work? Why not, bro? Give him my fucking number, and I'll put in a good word for you, Mr. Bob. Sure, man. Sure, I'll be your guy. Just make sure you send me a gift card after as a thank you. Banger fight. This is gonna be a good one for sure. This is gonna be a good one. But I do worry of this being boring if Punahou is able to lay and prey on him. But I do think Brahim has been working on his striking a little bit more, managing distance a little bit better. And he's been able to, like, I mean, you can use the fence to get back up or run over. So I think Vanderford's a much better wrestler than Punahou Soriano. And he was able to, like, fucking hurt him on the feet. I mean, make him work. Like, Vanderford wasn't able to just lay on him. I'm not sure Punahou can do the same thing that fucking Vanderford was trying to do and be successful. So yeah, I'm gonna go Brahim Maj by submission, but again, man, I do worry a little bit because Punahou has been just able to, like, fucking big brother a lot of these guys at 170. So obviously there's something to worry about there. I haven't bet anything on this fight yet, nothing. Doesn't go the distance. I mean, minus 220. I think that's not bad in the parlay. Fight doesn't go the distance. Or you can take Brahim Maj by finish. Fight ends by KO. I think submissions. I mean, it's weird because I think Brahim Maj can hurt him on the feet, but he likes to go for club and subs more than just going for ground and pound. Like, he'll, like, hurt you on the feet and drop you and then go for lock and submission. Soriano, ITD, plus 325. I mean, Brahim Maj is tough though, man. He's only been finished once by KO TKO, and it was actually like a doctor stop, as I believe. When he got his fucking face jabbed off by what was that guy's name again? The guy who's going to splits every time. He just went to a split decision with fucking Chris Curtis, I think, too. So I can remember his name. I gotta look this up right now. Yeah, that's the only guy who finished him in the third round. It was a doctor stoppage. Max Griffin, Max fucking Griffin. Man, I think Brahim has more life for a finish. I mean, his finish only prop is minus 220, so that's there for a reason, I think, because he's more likely to finish the fight. And I think if you want to take Punahou Soriano, you want to get a little bit of a juicy prop, you can take him by decision, because obviously he's got a path to win here by just laying and praying and just controlling him, surviving the submissions of Brahim Maj. Yeah, Max fucking Griffin, bro. I hate this guy so much. Because every time I bet him, he's losing, like, by split decision every single time. It's so frustrating. Even against Chris Curtis, I actually picked him over Chris Curtis, I think, too. Yeah, I did pick him over Chris Curtis. Because Chris Curtis is done. I don't think Chris Curtis has anything left anymore. I think, like, I'm gonna keep fading Chris Curtis because I don't think he's any good. Yeah, Soriano just isn't probably better than the over. I mean, if you want to bet him, like, moneyline is probably safer route. But I don't think I see him finishing Brahim Maj. He doesn't have. I mean, the only guy I've seen him actually, like, throw a pretty nasty ground and pound over was what was his name? Fucking this guy's been done for a while. Miguel Baez, and the referee just didn't want to stop the fight. Maybe he should have probably got the KO there, but the ref just refused to stop the fight. And it was Rob fucking Mooney. I don't even know who that referee is, but the guy just refused to stop the fight because that fight should have been stopped. I mean. Then he knocked out Rusmedic, who's super chinny. I mean, Nikolai Vertenica was alright. He's tough, though. So I think Brahim Maj is also tough at 170. Let's see what the decision prop is. Soriano. There was a world where I could see Brahim Maj winning by decision, too, man. It wouldn't shock me because I think there's a path to victory for Brahim Maj. I know he's finishing almost everyone by submission or KO. But, like, there's a world where I could see him, like, just outstriking him on the feet and putting how they're getting takedowns and just laying on him, and the judges giving the fight to Brahim Maj on the scorecards because he's the one landing more damage. So I could actually see this fight going like that, but probably doesn't happen. Puna is defending on the KO in this one. I feel. You think he's depending on the KO? You actually think he's gonna go for the KO this time? I don't know, man. I feel like he's just gonna do what he's been doing at 170, just taking these guys down, laying and praying. But maybe you got a point there. We got a super chat from Mr. Bob said, pick 'em, Ronda and Gina are gonna fight. I just ordered tissues and lotion from Amazon. All the best to you, Mr. Bob. I don't think I'll be watching that, but I appreciate the super chat, Bob. Do you guys really want to watch Ronda Rousey? What even is that? I mean, let's fucking Ronda Rousey. What is that? Is that MMA or boxing? I mean, no one should sanction Ronda Rousey's fucking striking fight ever. Like, not even no one should be able to sanction her boxing fight. Is it boxing? I think it's gonna be boxing, right? It's actually MMA. Okay, okay, that's probably a little bit better. That's MMA. It's not just boxing or like fucking bare knuckle or some shit. Oh my god, fuck this. Okay, Bob, I wish you all the best, man. I hope you really enjoy it. You get your money's worth there on the Ronda Rousey. Is it a pay per view? If it's a pay per view, I don't think anyone's gonna buy that pay per view. Where are they fighting at? Which promotion? It's on Netflix. What the hell? Been waiting so long to announce this. Me and Gina are gonna throw down in the fucking biggest super fight, and I'm about to just fucking throw up right now reading this shit. This is for, I mean, what the hell? What the hell does he say? This is for what? Netflix, they got an MMA organization now. Most V Promotions. Fuck is this? Most Valuable Promotions. Okay, isn't that owned by Jake Paul or something? Isn't that owned by Jake Paul? Most Valuable Promotions. Fucking hell, man. Just even Mike Tyson. Have you guys heard Mike Tyson gonna be fighting Floyd Mayweather in boxing soon? Like ever since Jake Paul, I feel like ever since Jake Paul came into the fucking boxing scene or MMA shit, it's just been getting worse and worse every single year. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Mr. Bob. I wasn't even gonna talk about it. I can't wait. It's on Netflix. Okay. I remember I got Netflix because I wanted to see Jake Paul versus what's his name? Jake Paul versus the fucking Mike Tyson. I just canceled my Netflix subscription halfway through the fight. It was one of the worst fights ever. I'm not sure if I want to call it a fight. It's Jake Paul MMA. Yeah, most valuable promotion. I think it's owned by him. Yeah, they're probably gonna make some money. It's gonna be dope as fuck, bro. I mean, maybe it's gonna be a fucking spectacle for sure. Punya's not winning. I mean, he's got a path to win here for sure. Like if he can lay and pray, but I don't think it's that likely. Brahimaj, I mean, it wasn't long ago when he was getting fucking controlled by Timba Grimbo. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. I mean, there's definitely a path for Punaholo Soriano. But yeah, I think Brahimaj has definitely been leveling up recently. He's been like fucking striking, getting a little bit better. He looks quick on the feet. He's been throwing combinations. I mean, the fucking head kick that he hurt Vanderford with was pretty nasty. Threw a right hand and had high kick behind it, rocked Vanderford really bad. So I think striking has definitely been leveling up in the past few fights. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Brahimaj by submission, like probably like second, third round. I think Punahou is gonna get a little bit tired. He's gonna shoot desperately and run into a guillotine. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, but I don't have any bets on this fight, so because I want to see the weigh-ins. I want to see what they look like. This fight, I might wait for the weigh-ins. Next fight on the card, we got Norak Cardinalo versus Jocelyn Edwards. Now, I was like, I mean, I think this is a pretty confident pick for me, Jocelyn Edwards. No, she should win. I mean, she should have won the first fight. I mean, it was in Paris, and I picked Jocelyn Edwards. This is the only fight that I got wrong on the card. Damn it, UFC! God damn it, UFC! Just fix your website. This thing takes forever. Oh my god! Okay, let's switch to Tapology. Tapology is so much better. How is it so much better than fucking UFC's website? This makes no sense to me at all. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Let's use Tapology. It's so much more quicker. $1 billion company, by the way, guys. Billion. Like, I mean, what are they worth right now? $9 billion. UFC's worth like $9 billion right now. Probably more now with the Paramount deal, and the website stole this shit. But yeah, guys, let's talk about this fight, man. Jocelyn's been looking good, but let's look at her wins, right? I mean, fucking Tamir Zerdol. She's losing fights in Octagon now. Chelsea Chandler should have never been in the UFC. She knocked her out in the first round. So I mean, at least he's finishing these girls that are shit. And then Priscilla Cachoeira, I mean, Cachoeira should not even be in the UFC in my opinion, but she's just, I don't know what's Cachoeira is even good at. I couldn't understand why people are picking Cachoeira on the last card, like against Sagula. Sagula is actually kind of skilled and has a game plan. Cachoeira's her only game plan is just to walk fucking. She's like fucking Darren Elkins of the women's MMA fighter, women's MMA. Basically, I mean Darren Elkins, they do the same thing, just fucking walk head first into every shot you throw at them, just take damage and not have a game plan, not wrestle. I don't know. So her wins are not that good, I'll be honest, but her fight with Eileen Perez was kind of close. I mean, so that's probably like that's the impressive part on her win streak recently, because he was able to catch Perez in a nasty guillotine in the second round, and then Perez was able to survive. Lost. I mean, that should have been a win, right? So she should be 4-1 in her last 5 fights, but the line's crazy, man. You guys are better. You guys better all the way minus 300. So the line's fucking crazy now. Like minus 300 is crazy. I think for a fight that like Carnot won the first time, even though I know I agree with the robbery, but still, man, it was a close fight. Jocelyn was able to get takedowns there, like every single round control. Carnot was able to throw some fucking strikes, some shots, and judges gave it to Carnot in Paris at home. Edwards should win, I mean, but like, come on, man. Minus 300 just seems crazy to me at this point. I guess Nora's only path is close wrestling. I don't think she's gonna wrestle, actually. I think Carnot can strike a little bit too. I mean, I don't think she's like that bad in striking. I don't think Edwards is like this crazy striking. I mean, striking's definitely been getting better. I don't think she's like the best striker ever, because she's knocking up Priscilla Cachoeira or fucking Chelsea Chandler. But those knockouts are nasty, though. Those knockouts are kind of nasty. But these girls cannot fucking. They don't have any striking defense. I mean, Chelsea Chandler is like known for running away from the fucking fight. I mean, I think it was against Norma Dumont actually. And then this one, Cachoeira has no striking defense at all. Tamir Verdot, I mean, should have never been the UFC. And I actually remember I picked Tamir Verdot as my lock of the week over Rendon. That was like one of my worst fucking lock picks ever. And she's not in the UFC anymore. So like all these girls, I mean, I don't think Cachoeira is gonna be in the UFC much longer. So yeah, her wins are not that great. I mean, I'll be honest. Lucy Pedalova losing fights in Octagon now. Ji Yeon Kim, I mean, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. Ramona Pascal not with the UFC anymore. So look at it, like, if we're being completely honest right now, she doesn't have a good win right now. I mean, obviously she should have beat Carnot the first time, so I guess that's why the odds are the way they are. But I mean, I'm not picking Carnot, but I'm just saying it's like it's crazy how wide the odds are. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You think Carolina? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like football right now, or like what? You're like in the okay. You guys are talking about football probably, or basketball, college basketball. I think it goes a little bit longer, man. I think Edwards is gonna win by decision. I know she's been finishing all these girls, but Carnot's tough though. Even though she doesn't have good striking defense either. She's tough. I think this fight goes longer. I think it goes all 3 rounds. Carnot is getting her ass beat by Carol Hossa on the ground though, to be fair. What's the submission for Edwards? Because I could see her taking her down and like maybe taking her back and strangling her. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna bet this shit. Because like minus 300 just seems crazy in a WM fight. I mean, I think you're better off parlaying Judice at minus 750 than Jocelyn at minus 300 in a fight against someone who's actually durable. I mean, like Carnot's durable, man. She's not a quitter. Okay, what the hell is a submission? I don't even know. Do we not have submission props? Okay, we do. Jocelyn by KO plus 650. Submission plus 750. That might be like maybe round 3 submission, round 2 submission might be a little bit better. Round 3 submission, round 2 submission. Because I don't think he's gonna get a submission early. It'll take her a little bit longer, like she did over Tamir Verdot. But Tamir Verdot has no grappling BJJ knowledge. Carnot knows. She kind of knows what she's doing on the ground a little bit, even though she's now good takedown defense. So I'm actually gonna go Edwards by like a 3rd round, maybe submission. I think that's 3rd round submission might be a little bit sneaky, maybe, but No stuff though. He's not gonna just gonna quit out there. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card is Eldon Correa. So I was talking about the parlay that I did earlier. Man, I've been high on Eldon Correa. I picked him in his debut over Alessandro Costa. Not a lot of people were picking him there. Remember, only 6% of us were on this guy in his debut over Alessandro Costa. 8% actually. So I was one of the few. I picked him by decision. I did not pick him by KO because I didn't think he was gonna knock him out. But that was impressive. I know fucking Alessandro Costa was injured during the fight, so that's probably why he got finished in the third round. So probably had to do with it a little bit. But yeah, I like him, man. He's a training partner of Joshua Mann, and he's got a good skill set. I think he's definitely one of the more skilled guys who's been signed to the UFC right now, 125. Has a couple of losses. I mean, so some of his fights could be a little bit closer if he's not finishing them. But this doesn't look good. Obviously, the Trujillo loss does not look good. But Trujillo's tough. He's never been finished before. Even though he's 9-6, he's giving all this. I mean, he's been finished recently. We'll guess him is finished by Emmanuel Rodriguez. Okay, no shame in that. No shame in that. He's durable. Rodriguez is going to be fighting on the Mexico card next week. Actually, if you guys did not know, I'm excited to see him fight on the Mexican card. So yeah, I mean, he lost his fight. It was a close fight. Other than that, he's been looking good. The Alessandro Costa, the win was impressive. Like, he was able to like take his back at one point. He had his back taken, was able to defend submissions against Alessandro Costa. Was able to outstrike Costa on the feet pretty easily. I mean, I don't think he had any trouble with Costa there. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pick him. I put him in a parlay with Diwali. I think that's actually a solid 2-leg parlay. It's not plus money, but it's gonna be close, which is solid. I think it's good. It's a good 2-leg parlay for like close plus money, and I'm pretty confident he gets it done. Grillo has been kind of a letdown. I picked him in his contender series fight as an underdog, and he came through. I was happy, and he's been just letting me fucking down every time. I picked him over Orde Osborne. He takes him down in the first round. Can't do anything on the ground. He's just not dangerous, man. That's the problem with Grillo. Like, he's just, and he finished Jacob Silva, who's like a fucking not that good. But like, hasn't been finishing at any. Like, not finishing Trujillo, who's a common opponent. I mean, that's okay. That's all right. But like, even before in Fury UFC, he wasn't finishing all these other guys either. Like this Mexican guy, I remember I bet him there too, minus 300. It was a close fight. It was a 28-28 type of fight, I think, there too. Korea, I actually think he's got ability to finish the fight here. But the Gorilla is tough though. I don't know if he's gonna finish him. I'm not like too confident on the KO or like the submission, but Gorilla has been hurt before. He's been getting hurt every fight now. He got hurt in that fight against fucking Jesus Aguilar, who's like a 5-foot midget, I think. He might have the shortest reach in the UFC, I think, at this right now. What's his reach? 57? 62-inch reach. Okay, so 5'4". I mean, you're getting fucking outstruck by Jesus Aguilar. Aguilar is alright though. I mean, I don't think he's the worst fighter ever, but still, it's not a good look, man. Getting outstruck by his fucking Aguilar with a 62-inch reach. Now you're gonna be fighting someone who actually can strike, can put together combinations, has pretty good footwork on the feet. I don't think this is gonna go well for Goulet. So I mean, he's gonna give everything he has though, because this is the last fight in the UFC. I think I don't think they're gonna keep him around if he loses to fucking Korea, and that's probably what the UFC is hoping for. They're probably hoping they can get Korea another win, build him up as one of these up and coming prospects at 125. That's probably what they're hoping for, and I think they're gonna get what they want. So give me Korea. I'm actually gonna go decision. I don't know. You think a submission could be live here? Maybe. He can grapple. He's got slick back takes, so that might be a little bit sneaky. The submission. I just put him in the parlay because I'm not too sure if I want to bet the finish prop. Because Grula is like not a quitter, man. He's pretty tough. So like when he gets hurt, he can like recover pretty well. Obviously, he didn't cover against Ode Osborne, but Ode's definitely got like more power than I think more one punch power than Alden Korea. Even though I think Korea is probably a more of a complete fighter than Ode Osborne. Yeah, this one was nice. I mean, he cast for me at plus money. I bet him at plus 110 over Nick Pasanini, who's one trick. I mean, he's only got one thing is wrestling. That's all he's got. But yeah, it hasn't looked good since. I mean, so and I think this is actually a step up from Aguilar. I actually think. I think Korea's even though Aguilar is like more proven in the UFC, but I think Korea's actually like I think he would be a favorite over Aguilar. And I remember Aguilar was underdog there, so I'm gonna go with Korea by. I'm gonna go on the scorecards. All right, next fight on the card. Man, I know a lot of people like Ode Osborne here. Giving up party putty, bro. I don't eat that shit, bro. It's gonna make you sick. Don't be eating that all the time. Just eat it sometimes. What happened to my fucking lighting, bro? Like, why is my lighting so cooked right now? Okay, let me actually go like turn my fucking light on right now, bro. Hold on. That might be a little bit better now. That might be a little bit better now. You guys can actually see me now. I'm not in the fucking dark anymore. It almost looked like I was streaming from my tunnel there for a second. It's okay, bro. You can still take part just for yourself. Benefit improvements if you want. I think you're talking to Tristan there, maybe. I'm not ignoring it, bro. I'm just doing a live preview, talking about the fights and Bob. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow. And I was live a lot last week. I mean, I was live for like Octagon. I think I was live for like one championship because we didn't have a UFC last week. Maybe I'll go live more this like tomorrow. I'll probably do another live stream tomorrow and the day after maybe. Obviously we got UFC on Saturday, so I'll be live for this card on Saturday. We got Dixon. What's going on, Dixon? Please don't disrespect her. Lord and Savior. Jesus. I mean, he's all right though, man. I don't think he's the worst fighter ever, but like just losing the striking battle to his Aguilar, like it's not the greatest look ever. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, getting subbed by his Aguilar like is forgivable. Like he got sneaky fucking guillotines. I mean, that's one thing. But getting dropped by his Aguilar, the only other guy that I think he knocked out was Shannon Ross. And the only other guy that he dropped in the UFC has been Gurule. I think Gurule is kind of chinny. I actually think he's kind of chinny. At least once a day I should be streaming. No, I don't know if I can do it every day, bro. I gotta pay my bills, man. YouTube doesn't pay me that well right now. Maybe, hopefully in the future. All right, let's talk about this fight, man. I know a lot of people are picking Ode Osborne this week. I've seen all over like Twitter, YouTube channel. A lot of predictors this week are picking Ode Osborne. And I get it, right? He's been looking good. He was beating the fucking shit out of Ursay in the first like 7 minutes. Then he got tired. I mean, Ursay was able to get his grappling going and put it on him. Probably could have got the KO in the first round. Then he knocked out Gurule. He was losing that fight. Then he caught him with the really good shot, knocked him out cold. So that was impressive. That was a nasty KO. One of the nastiest KOs I've seen at 125. His other losses are not bad, right? He almost knocked out Lazy Boy. Hurt him bad. I mean, almost had him in submission at one point. Should have won the fight. I think he should have won that fight over Lazy Boy. Losing these two to Almabayev is all right. I mean, losing to... I actually bet Almabayev submission second on, so I was really happy there. Losing to Filo's, it's all right. I mean, Filo's got nasty jiu-jitsu. That's okay. That's forgivable. But, like, the reason I'm picking Alibi, because he came into UFC as a massive favorite. He was, like, 10-0, came in against Joseph Morales as a minus 500 favorite going into that fight. And now he's minus 125 against Ode Osborne. Who's a better fighter? Joseph Morales? Or maybe Joseph Morales probably isn't as dangerous in the stand-up as Ode Osborne, but I think he's definitely the much more complete fighter than Ode at this point. Even doesn't have the experience like Ode Osborne. Maybe Ode is getting better. Maybe I'm just sleeping on him, man. But I'm just gonna fade the public here because I've seen like everyone's betting everything on Ode Osborne this week. The guy is 1-5. I mean, like, he could be like 3-2, like for being fair to Ode Osborne, but still, he's still losing fights that he should be winning. And Alibi, even though it's not that proven, right, he hasn't beat anyone any good, other than like in Niza fucking fighting championship, which I've seen their promotion before. They stream their fights on YouTube for free. I'm sure you guys probably catch one of their fight cards before. But like losing to Morales is a one thing, right? Morales can wrestle. He was giving him different looks. He's taking him down, striking with him. Morales has good boxing. Definitely not the same level of power as Ode Osbourne, but he can mix it up pretty well. And that just had Alibi Idris just guessing on the feet. He didn't know what to expect, right? I think Alibi is gonna win this fight the longer it goes. So that's why I'm picking him to win here because of that alone. He's minus 125, so this might be recency bias. Because if he beats Joseph Morales, like what would he be here? He would probably be like minus 600. Like, so that's what I'm thinking here, right? So like this line just came down like close. Minus one, it was minus 200 okay before, and now it's minus 130. Maybe Oda's gonna knock him out in the first round, but if he doesn't knock him out in the first round, I think Alibi's gonna put pressure on him, and I think he's gonna like find his rhythm a little bit. He's gonna get his timing down. He's gonna mix some takedowns and just throw a lot of different shit at him. And I think Oda's chinny too. Like it wouldn't shock me if Alibi knocked him out on the feet. Probably not likely. Maybe a submission. So I think this fight doesn't go the distance. Probably a little bit better than picking a side here. Doesn't go the distance. Minus 125. I think that's not that bad. Because like Oda is plus 110 now. You open up at plus 170 now to plus 110. That's crazy money coming in Oda Osbourne all week. Doesn't go the distance. Minus 125. Man, I feel like this shit ain't gonna go the distance. I really don't. I think we're gonna get a finish either way. Either Oda knocks him out in the first round, or Alibi just breaks him down the stretch. I think Alibi could get takedowns and find a submission at some point because he trains with Almabayev too, so he's gonna have a lot of knowledge. He's gonna know what to expect from Oda Osbourne, I think. Yeah, I appreciate the super sticker, McMuffin. Thank you for the super sticker, brother. W's in the chat for McMuffin. Pickham's giving up his Andrade OnlyFans account. Yeah, one of you guys might be my lucky winners for the Andrade and Ani Perez OnlyFans subscription. I should probably get a promo code from them and fucking hook you guys up or something. I'm sure Ernie can hook you guys up for Andrade though. He knows he's got a lot of he's working with fucking Andrade, so if you guys want some Andrade OnlyFans pictures, I mean, I'm sure he can hook you. He's your guy. He'll hook you up for that. Yeah, Verna. Bro, I'm so heartbroken. I mean, after like Verna couldn't get the belt because they robbed Verna. But I'm gonna be happy. I'm actually happy now, like, cause now I get to see Duran get her ass whooped by Yang Weili soon. So it is what it is, you know. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of that fight. Duran's gonna get her fucking face smashed in bad by Yang Weili soon. Hopefully, they're probably gonna make that fight soon this year. If obviously, I mean, Weili didn't take a lot of damage, right? So I'm sure like she's gonna be fighting this year. I'm back trying to get her belt back. I won the one. Well, maybe on a China card. They might do that like on a China card. Just go like go to China for a fight night card or like a numbered card, and they could do that. They could put Min Yang on the card. I know he lost to Johnny Walker, but he's still a pretty exciting prospect at 205. They could probably do that. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah. Yo, Grime? Did you watch the Run It Championship video that I sent you on Discord? Did you like that? Is that your thing or not? I know you watch Power Slab, but I think that might be the new fucking promotion to keep an eye on. The Run It. Crazy how they do that, bro. It's fucking wild. I hope they make enough money, or like they should at least have like health insurance for these guys that are running into each other. Your phone ringing. I don't have my phone's not ringing right now. My phone's not ringing right now. It was ringing earlier, but not right now, bro. I think, bro. I'm just not sure. Like the only reason I haven't put a bet on Idris, because I don't know what's going. Maybe someone knows something out there. Like, because from plus 170 to plus 110 is crazy. That's a lot of money on this guy on Ode Osbourne this week. Maybe like keep an eye on at the weigh-ins. I mean, I think live betting is probably the way to go. Like if you can like wait a little bit for the first round, I think Oda's gonna be looking good until he's not gonna look good. I think he'll be winning. He'll be like landing some big shots on Idris. Maybe Idris has a really bad chin and he gets knocked out in the first round, but I'm gonna say he has a pretty good chin and he'll survive early. if Lazy Boy can like work you like that, I mean, Lazy Boy has no striking, and Idris can actually like strike. He throws flying knees and shit like that, so he can actually strike. He's pretty dynamic on the feet. I've seen him throw spinning back fist, like throw flying knee before. Like he's not just a grappler like Lazy Boy. So, and Ursay was a good fighter too, but Ursay after that Pantoja fight hasn't been looking the same. I don't know what happened to Ursay. So it reminds me of football hits. That shit is so bad for your body. I mean, for your fucking brain, bro. I mean, um, crazy. I mean, hopefully they're making more money than these power slap guys. All right, guys, let's move on. I'm picking Idris. I think he's not. I mean, he might look really good out there, man. Like then people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's minus 500, now he's minus 125." It's gonna be like, if Idris wins, I mean, he's gonna look pretty good. I think if Ode wins, he's gonna knock him out in the first round. So you're gonna have to pick and choose which guy you're gonna go with here. But maybe take the fight doesn't go the distance. It's probably a little bit safer. Fight doesn't go the distance. Minus 125. Under 1.5 rounds plus 174. I mean, it's flyweight, so I mean, I don't normally like taking under 1.5 rounds in a flyweight matchup. I'm gonna go with Idris. I think there's still this guy. The fact that he still got signed to the UFC after losing to Morales on the Ultimate Fighter tells me the UFC still believes in this guy from Kazakhstan. So I'm gonna go with Idris. Am I gonna go submission? I think I'm gonna go KO. I'm gonna go Idris KO, ground and pound or something. Let's move on. Next fight on the card. Another fight that has seen a lot of line movement all week. Chidi Njokuani versus Carlos Leo. Man, this one's a tricky matchup because Carlos Leo, before he came into UFC, he was like taking these guys down, wrestling them, going for takedowns. I mean, if you guys been watching this guy outside the UFC, he was like taking a lot of these guys down. Side to see him, and he took him down every round. Just didn't do anything with the takedowns. That's why he lost the fight. I remember I bet Sadi Basi, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna lose this fight." Then he was just able to throw elbows and like punches off his back. Sadi Basi doesn't have good takedown defense, and I don't think Chidi Njokuani has good takedown defense. But the thing is, like, Leo's probably not gonna do anything from top position if he wrestles. He's probably gonna wrestle because he got knocked out cold by Muslim Salikov, who's a good striker, but 50 years old. Should have beat Renat Fakarina, but it was a close fight. There was actually a judge out there in Abu Dhabi. His name was Mohammed. He had a 30-7 for Nat Fakarina, which is crazy. But yeah, you should have, like, people should have expected that, right? They're fighting in Abu Dhabi, so it was a close fight. I bet the under 1.5 rounds here in LFA. I was live during this card, by the way. If you guys probably can go back and watch my stream for this LFA card when you took on this guy from Manuel Mania. He's like an Argentinian, I think, from Venezuela. He just didn't want to be out there. I mean, this was a layup for him, complete layup. And under 1.5 rounds was so easy there. I've been watching Leo also the UFC, man, and I did pick him over Muslim Salikov, and I bet the KO prop, which is fucking. I should have bet the ends by KO instead. So this like Chidi's been looking good at 170. Like at 185 is struggling a lot. I mean, because he was like his gas thing wasn't holding up all that much. A lot of these guys were able to muscle him down to the mat. He still can't grapple. Like I still worry about Chidi Njokuani when he faces guys that can grapple and that have good jiu-jitsu. And Leo has wrestling, but he doesn't have good jiu-jitsu. Like he's only got one submission win. I think it was probably an arm triangle a while back, and I've never seen him like actually go for a submission when he takes people down now. His last submission win was back in 2019 over some guy who's 16-12 now. So he's just not out there. Even like since he came into UFC, he's not even like attempting takedowns anymore. Because in PFL, he was actually like going for takedowns and trying to take these guys down to the mat and wrestle them. But now he's not even like shooting any takedowns at all in the UFC. So in the striking only fight, I'm gonna go with Chidi Njokuani because I think he's a better kickboxer. But I do worry a little bit for Chidi Njokuani because as good as he is in kickboxing, he does let a lot of these guys pressure him back. But if they're fighting in the Apex, I'd probably go with Leo. But I'm gonna go with Njokuani because I think in the bigger octagon, he's gonna have a lot of room to move around and throw a lot of low kicks, body kicks, knees up the middle. He's gonna be able to get him in the clinch and work him in the clinch, I think. So I'm gonna go Jaquani here. I mean, I was picking him as a plus 155 underdog, now he's plus 100. So I think a lot of people agree with me there that this should be a closer fight. And Leo has power on the feet. I mean, he's got good boxing. He rips to the body. He's got power on the feet for sure. He can knock a lot of these guys out. I picked Armizia or Brahim Maj by submission. I think I picked third round submission, maybe second round submission. Yeah, I'm picking a late submission for Brahim Maj. I really deserve the new supplements. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. Peckham, can you recommend some good movies? Everything I've been watching sucks, bro. I don't even watch. See, I was trying to watch the I think, what was it called? Greenland movie? Let me see if I can find it. I think the new Greenland. I think that's the one, right? Yeah, the Greenland movie. The fucking Greenland 2. And I couldn't get through it, bro. I watched half of it and I was like, oh, fuck this. Sucks. The first one was really good. The first Greenland movie was really good, but the second one sucks. I couldn't get through the whole movie. Just watch Breaking Bad again. It's like just watch Breaking Bad or fucking Better Call Saul or something. Like, just watch a series. No, this is not a series. Okay, this is a movie. It's actually a movie. It's a remake of the Greenland movie, Migration. But I really didn't even like it. I really didn't. Maybe watch Hereditary if you like horror movies. Hereditary. These new movies that are coming up, I mean, they're just not any good. You actually think Olympics are easy money? I'll never bet on Olympics ever, so I don't know. But if you're saying it's easy money, maybe it is easy money. Fade Leo. Bro, that's why I'm fading him here. I'm picking Ninja Kwani. Not just because he got killed by what's his name, Salikov. I just think stylistically, Ninja Kwani has the perfect style to like work him at range, and I can also work in the clinch. And I don't think Leo's like takedown like he might get takedowns. I mean, that's probably gonna be his path. He's like safe path to win the fight. If he can't have success in the striking, he's probably gonna try and grapple here. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to like hold him down and control him. And maybe he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna do any damage even if he gets takedowns. So I can see Njukwani winning this fight off his back, landing elbows, cutting him open, with stuff like that, right? So I'm going Njukwani. I think cheating Njukwani by decision might be a little bit sneaky. I've been thinking about that one all week, guys. Njukwani by decision plus 1,000. Because Leo's pretty durable, man. I mean, he could get knocked out in the first round again because of the way his style is. He just doesn't have any footwork. He's not going to be cutting angles. But I could see a world where like Leo's like mixing in takedowns, trying to wrestle, and Njukwani just working him from range like he did against Reese McKee. I think cheating decision plus 1,000 is crazy because his money line is only plus 100 now. So I don't think he's gonna submit Leo. I mean, that would shock me if Njukwani submitted him with a submission or some shit. I don't think I expect that. I think this is more likely than a submission. But let's look at this. So because it was plus 750 by decision, Cheaty by decision plus 750 on Bet Online. I was like, I'm gonna see where it opens up in other books. DraftKings is like plus 1,000, so no one's expecting this fight to go the distance, and probably me neither. But I think there's a likelihood it could go a little bit longer because I could see Leo not trying to strike anymore after getting knocked out cold. Maybe changing up his game plan, going back to the wrestling. Over 1.5 rounds plus 115. I mean, it's gonna be sweaty. If you bet the fight go the distance, which is plus 400, it's definitely gonna be a little bit sweaty. You're gonna be holding your fucking breath the whole time. Decision. I mean, fight go distance plus 400 is not bad, but I think Cheaty's more likely to win by decision if he goes longer. Yeah, I mean, Leo by ITD plus -110. If you're betting Leo, just bet his money line. Don't bet the decision prop because it's like why bet that at -110 when you can get his money line. But I'm taking Cheaty and Njukwani. I think he can get this one done. Where's the decision prop? Cheaty by decision. That's what I'm picking. I'm picking Cheaty by decision. I think it's plus 1,000 out there. I think he could get it done by decision. Leo grappled a lot against Sadibasi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I actually bet Sadibasi even in the rematch, and he was mixing in takedowns every single round. but he just didn't do anything. He didn't do any damage, which is why the judges gave it to side of C. I've cashed on a few favorites in parlays so far, men's hockey, but betting who wins gold is there's plus money on that. Okay, and it's pretty obvious, really. I don't even watch Olympics, so I don't know if I would do well betting on Olympics. I don't be watching it. Cheating money line's good, man. It's plus 100 now. Like, it's still good, I think. Like anything under minus 110, like pick them. If you can get plus one cheating money line, I think it's solid. Probably safer than taking just isn't prop, but I'm probably gonna play it like this. I'm thinking about like I should have played it at plus 155. That's what I should have played it at. Like I was like maybe this line's gonna get wider. Maybe people are gonna be betting Leo because like I'm gonna use a plus 500, like minus 500 over or minus 600 over Sadikov. So I was like maybe they're gonna be like, oh, like Leo's gonna walk him down the way he walked down Morono. He's gonna knock him out cold. Like, but a lot of people are like, obviously, like they're not thinking about that. That's probably what he's gonna try and do. But I feel like he's gonna look to wrestle, and I think Chidi's gonna be able to defend a lot of takedowns, and he can work his way back up. I think he's been able to like have better takedown defense at 170. Obviously, he gave his back to Jake Matthews. Got subbed in the first round. Not the best look, but I don't think Leo has the same level of jiu-jitsu as Matthews. So yeah, I'm gonna go Chidi. Chidi money line plus 105. You can get plus 110 out there, plus 117 even on Poly Market if that's your thing. That's the way I'm gonna go on this one. Chidi by. I'm gonna go decision. Yeah, Chidi by decision. Next fight on the card, we got Jack Reese versus Michelle Pereira. Now I do want to do a poll on this one because I'm just curious. Like, like I've seen a lot of people like. I don't know, man. I feel like Michelle Pereira should win this fight. Am I crazy for that? Like, I know people are like, "Oh, Michelle Pereira's completely done. He's just playing video games now," and he has been playing video games now. To be fair, so you guys have a point here. A lot of you have a point here. Let's do a poll for this one. I haven't been doing polls for a lot of these fights, but let's do one for this one. Reese. And I've never been high on Jack Reese ever. And I think I picked Julian Marquez over him too, which is one of the problems. That was a really bad pick. I'll be honest, that was a really bad pick. But I'm not a Jack Reese guy, man. I don't think he's any good. He's a BJ nerd. His striking is getting a little bit better now, so I'll give him that. But yeah, he came into UFC as a BJ nerd, and he's not finishing a lot of these guys that are not durable. Like came in sub Aronov. I did pick him over Contender Series over Aronov when a lot of people are picking this guy from Israel to like submit him. I mean, Aronov has okay jiu-jitsu, but like he's not the best fighter. And he was able to like Rana went for a takedown and he got caught up in armbar. I remember. Came in, I picked maybe I did pick him over Cody Brandes because I don't like Cody Brandes either. So I think I did pick him over Cody Brandes and he fucking let us down there. He wasn't even looking good on the feet. I mean, before even the slam, I know he went for like an armbar, then he got slammed on his head. So he got knocked out cold. And the Julian Marquez fight, I did pick Julian Marquez here. This was a really bad pick. Him not finishing. I mean, Jose Medina somehow still in the UFC somehow. Like, how does this guy still have the UFC contract? He's 0-4 combined with Contender Series in the UFC right now. He's fighting Ryan Gandra. He's gonna get fucking butchered by Ryan Gandra. That's coming up next week, I think, on the Mexico card. Yeah, this is next week, by the way. Jose Medina, man. Somehow the UFC they love this guy. They love this fucking guy so much. He's been finished. I mean, he got finished by Todorovic, round 1 submission, finished by Gautier, which is all right. I mean, Jack Reese couldn't finish him. I mean, fucking hell. Like, the Russian couldn't finish him either. I mean, Michelle Pereira would finish Jose Medina. Like, even right now, I think Michelle Pereira would finish him, like, in the first round. Even if Michelle Pereira is 50% of what he used to be, I think he wins this fight. I don't think Reese is any good, man. I refuse to believe Reese is any good. Michelle Pereira is he's gonna have to be completely done to lose this fight. And I just don't fucking see it, man. I just don't see it. I don't get it. I don't get what people see in Jack Reese. He doesn't have good wrestling. He's not gonna take down Michelle Pereira. Like, the only way I feel like Reese wins this fight if Pereira, like, I don't even think it's Shinny. I know he got knocked out by Dacus, but Dacus has underrated power. I know he doesn't have a lot of KOs. Like, Dacus, since he came back this time to the UFC, like, he's been hurting a lot of these guys in the stand-up. Like Dawkins, I think he dropped GM3. I mean, GM3 doesn't have the best shin, but he did drop him before the submission. And then obviously he knocked out Michelle Pereira with that shot. I mean, that was a pretty nasty shot that he knocked him out with. But like, look, he's been hurting. He's been like, this could have been a knockout. I mean, this Gerald Mearshore win could have been a knockout. So he could have been on like a 3-fight knockout streak right now. Dawkins. I think Dawkins' hands are getting a little bit better now. He just didn't see the shot coming. I mean, this was the only like worst fight the only red flag for me, because he wasn't even trying to win that Abu Smagomedov fight. That was a really bad luck. I mean, but this one's forgivable. This one's forgivable. I'm losing to Abus is not what I'm saying is bad. Abus is a good fighter. I mean, even though he's not the most consistent fighter, he's got a good skill set. I mean, but like he just wasn't trying in that fight. So if he's not trying, I mean, obviously Jack Reed could probably win this fight. Man, he's training with Strickland. I mean, so I know he's been training with Strickland for a while. I think maybe he did. I know he was dealing with a divorce too at one point. So and he's also streaming on the side, playing video games. So I do worry a little bit. Let's pull up his Instagram. Let me see if I can like. Cause I was looking at his Instagram earlier, and I could see him like. I feel like he's been training a little bit this time. Michelle Pereira, bro. Yeah, it's actually him. Yeah, it's actually him. I mean, it looks like he's training hard. Like he's been posting, right? I mean, he's been posting every week now. 14 days to go. I mean, I feel like he knows, man. He knows this is like a fucking layup for him. Perez lost. He uses 2 minutes in pressure, and it's downhill. I don't think his cardio is that bad, man. I know, like, he's finished a lot of these guys in the first round, but like, his cardio is not that bad. It's just because he goes crazy early. That's probably why. Like, gets a little bit tired later. Dawkins has a stiff jab. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think Dawkins has underrated power. I refuse to believe Reese is any fucking good. I mean, that's probably the way he's gonna win if he wins. If Michaud just gonna stand there, stare at the fucking headlights the whole time and not do anything like he did in the Abu Smagomedov fight. But I think all those guys would run through fucking Jack Reese. I mean, Abus would probably submit Jack Reese or like knock him out in the first round. I think Dawkins would finish Reese in the first round. I mean, Hernandez would do terrible things to Reese in the first round, like probably early. Like, yeah, I'm not, like if Michelle loses this fight and he doesn't do anything out there, I mean, I'll be like, okay, he's done. He's completely done now. Yeah, I can't fucking pick him or pick Jack Reese over him. I just can't. Maybe I'm fucking sleeping on Jack Reese here because he's 30. I mean, he's 31 years old, but like, I mean, losing to Bakoyev isn't bad, but like, I actually bet the under 1.5 rounds there. It was plus 180 for the under 1.5 rounds. Because I was like, Bakoyev could smash him on the ground if he takes him down. That's what happened, right? Because Reese likes to play BJJ off his back. Even in the McWay fight, I mean, he's never been past his first round. He was getting his ass whooped in the first round, like in the clinch, getting fucking knees landed to the body in the clinch, like taking a lot of elbows in the clinch. Like that wasn't a good look for him either. I bet the under 1.5 rounds, and it barely went under. I think there too. I think it went under. Yeah, it went under 1.5 rounds, like barely. I was like, fucking hell, man, this chick really gonna go over. And then the Moss fight, I mean, he's never beat anyone good. Like, I don't think he has any good wins on his record. Dusko Todorovic, I mean, that was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. Todorovic is alright, I mean, but like normally when he's losing, he's getting finished a lot. Yeah, I'm not picking fucking Jack Reese. I'm going Michelle per round one. I think KO is plus 200 out there. I think that's pretty solid. I'm not playing the money line. I'm chalk. I think if he wins, he's gonna finish him early, and that's what I'm predicting here. I'm predicting Jack Reese by not Jack Reese. I mean Michelle Pereira by round one. Round one alone, you can get plus 300 out there. Round one, and I put half a unit on that, so it's like $50. I mean, it's not crazy, but that's how much I'm willing to trust Michelle Pereira right now. But he could make this look really easy, and people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, I should have max bet Michelle Pereira." What was I thinking? I feel like that's what's gonna happen here. Under 1.5 rounds, minus 125. So like a lot of people think this shit's gonna end early. So I'm gonna go with the guy who's more likely to finish in the first round, which is Michelle Pereira. Round one. I mean, it's fight ends by submission plus 285. I mean, I think I think this fight could end by submission either way. But I'm going Michelle Pereira by KO. I think that's the outcome that I see more often here. Michelle Pereira. Well, where's round one? It's plus 300. I think it came down a little bit now. Let me see. Michelle Pereira. His KO props plus 450. So it could be a KO, could be club and sub, could be any of those. I just like, or you can take fight ends by round one plus 110. I think out there is probably not that bad either. Todorovic is a can. It's crazy because he did knock out Michelle Pereira outside the UFC. Did you know that? He's alright, man. He just has a glass chin, I think. He's alright. He's not a terrible striker. Can I build a 2-leg parlay? I just gave out a 2-leg parlay earlier. It's not plus money, but it's like minus 120, minus 130. I think it's Diwali and it's Korea, Alden Korea 2-leg parlay, safe 2-leg parlay that I really like. Normally I play one really like safe parlay on every card that I really like. Last week I had actually had a 3-leg parlay. No, not last week. The week before that, I actually had a 3-leg parlay. It was like a PFO fighter fight Laplas from PFO, and I had the over 2.5 rounds in the Fareed and Matsumoto fight, and I had the under 1.5 rounds in the LFA fight. Sometimes I like to mix and match. I don't like to just like go from one card and parlay all these guys together. Sometimes I like to like pick fights that I'm really confident in. I had the under 1.5 rounds. That was the third leg from LFA. It was like Ben Wonder versus can't remember the other guy's name. I think his name was this black dude. Cleveland. I think his name was Cleveland. So I had the under 1.5 rounds in that fight. So that's what I did. Over, and I had Laplas money line from PFO. So it was like a 3-leg parlay from 3 different organizations: UFC, PFO, LFA. And they cashed them, and it was like plus 160, I think. So it cashed pretty easy. Plus 169, I think it was. I just like his money line, bro, because I think Grule is tough, though. I mean, can he knock him out? Yeah, I mean, there's a chance for sure, but they're flyweights. Flyweights, I mean, knockouts are not that likely at flyweight. That's all I'm gonna say. And he could drop Grule and sub him. There's definitely a possibility of that happening too. But Grule is not a bitch. He's not just gonna quit out there. I mean, he might get hurt, he might get recover, and take a beating and lose by decision. I mean, he could get a KO if you feel pretty good about the KO. I mean, he could get a KO. I'm picking a couple underdogs in this card. I picked Chidi and Duquani. I think I'm picking a couple others. I think that might be the. I was picking Brahimas too. He was an underdog too before. Then the lines flipped. I was picking Full but I changed my mind on that. Because I don't think Full is locked in right now. He's just on Instagram all the time, watching like garbage fucking on garbage reels on Instagram all the time. Dude's not locked in right now, so. And I'm picking Chidi and Duquani. I feel good about Chidi and Duquani. I was hoping Michelle Pereira the lines would flip. Maybe the lines will flip by fight night. Maybe he'll be like plus. Maybe I don't think it's gonna flip though, because they would have flipped already if it was gonna flip. Let's move on. Next fight on the card, we got Jacoby Smith versus Josiah Harrell. Now, I watched this guy in LFA before. If you guys don't know, he's supposed to fight Jack Della Maddalena a while back. He's got a pretty crazy story, like. So he's an easy guy to cheer for sure. He's supposed to fight Jack Della Maddalena, and obviously he had some medical issues, right? Because I think he had cancer, like he had a head trauma. I can't remember. Let me see if I can remember. I think it was like head trauma. Let me see if I can look this up to be. I don't want to be wrong about this, but yeah, he definitely had something crazy happen to him. I think. I think it was an injury, like some type of injury. Okay, it was actually a rare brain disease, and he was pulled from the Jack Della Maddalena fight. Diagnosed with Moya. I don't even know what that is, bro. That's crazy. He underwent brain surgery to reroute his blood flow in his brain to prevent clotting and potential stroke. So the guy's been through a lot, man. The guy's definitely been through a lot. So it's good to see him back in the UFC. He's tough, man. I'll say one thing: this guy's tough. And he's got good cardio. Like, he can survive. He's not the biggest guy for the weight class. He's only 5'7". He's only 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. 27 years old, but he's tough. He's been 3 rounds before multiple times. Um, he can wrestle. I mean, so he's got good grappling. He can be taken down. So the way I think about this fight, I mean, I think Jacoby Smith's gonna be beating his ass early. I think he's gonna be beating him up in the first round, and it's gonna come down to if Josiah Harrell can survive the first round. That's what this basically comes down to. If you like Jacoby Smith to win, I think you can probably even take the under 1.5 rounds because he's probably gonna finish him early. If you think he wins, Jacoby Smith has good wrestling, so like I think the only way like Harrell can have success wrestling Jacoby Smith if he gets him really tired, makes him work early. Because I don't think Harrell is a better striker. I think Jacoby Smith has he's a little bit more technical in the feet, has more power, the bigger guy in the matchup. So it's gonna come down to like, can Jacoby Smith put him away early? Because his cardio like wasn't looking good in that. I mean, I don't think it might be the only fight because he maybe had an adrenaline dump because he's trying to finish Nico Price early. He's like beating him up pretty bad, knocked him around a couple of times. Then he's looking a little bit fatigued in the second round. Still got a takedown, still finished the fight. So I'm not gonna sit here like say his cardio is really bad because like he still finished the fight. He still found the submission on Nico Price. Still finished the fight. Choked him out. I mean, so. And that was one of his first fights that went to the second round, I think, in the UFC race because he finished almost everyone in the first round, maybe other than Contender Series. I know you like Harrell, man. He could win this fight. I'm not saying he can't win this fight. You think Harrell has better wrestling? I refuse to believe that, bro. I don't know. Like Harrell was getting taken on. I mean, he's gonna go for like leg locks and like ankle locks and shit like that. I mean, he knows how to survive down there. I'll give him that. He's tough, man. He's definitely tough, but I do think Jacoby Smith's going to be beating him up early in the first. Maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me on Saturday if I'm wrong, Wilkin. And I'll be like, okay, this guy's the fucking next fucking Habib. But like, I'm going Jacoby Smith by KO. I think he's going to hurt him early. So maybe Harrell can survive the onslaught early and stay in there, be a little bit tough. Maybe lie bet him Harrell after round 1 because remember even in LFA his last fight, right? Over this guy from Kyrgyzstan. This guy right here. He's from Kyrgyzstan. This guy was taking him down. I mean, wrestling him, but he wasn't really doing anything. Like he wasn't really even going for ground and pound or like he wasn't really. He didn't. I don't think this guy knew anything about jiu-jitsu. Like, look, he's got what 2 submission wins. I actually think Jacoby Smith has a better jiu-jitsu game or ground game than this guy. Maybe like I don't know if he got the same wrestling. Like they both wrestle. I mean, even though Jacoby Smith's more accomplished on paper, but like he took him down what like 9 times, 6 times, 7 times in the first round. I can't remember how many times he took him down. And Harrell was going for leg locks and using that to end up on top of him at end points in that fight. You think Jacoby by KO inside 2? I'm gonna go round 1 KO because I think he could finish him early, but it's gonna get a little bit tricky if he goes past round 1. Let's just say how it is. Harrell hasn't fought anyone, hence why his ass isn't in the UFC. It's not technically his fault. I mean, he's been beating guys they're putting in front of him, right? Look, I'm not gonna take anything away from Harrell. Like he's been putting in the work. 5'7" at 170. He's been beating guys they're giving him. And even this fight, I mean, he's a big underdog here. Big underdog. I think he's like plus 200, plus 300 here. And he won the fight, right? So maybe plus 200. I can't remember exact number, but he was underdog here against this guy from who's like 13-2 at the time. And he got really tired trying to hold him just high Harrell down. I think Jacoby Smith can just like not even wrestle here. He doesn't need to wrestle here. And yeah, I don't think he needs to wrestle here if he doesn't like. I don't know. I'm gonna go Jacoby Smith. I think he's in full camp here. I mean, Harrell's taking this fight on short notice. Maybe he was preparing, but he definitely wasn't preparing for Jacoby Smith. Not telling you guys to go throw your bankroll on Jacoby Smith, but I just think he's gonna be winning this fight early. So maybe you can hedge on this fight if you want after like in the first round. If you think Harrell's gonna survive and put a bet in on him, you'll probably get plus 500, plus 100 in round 1 because I think Jacoby's gonna be hurting him early. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. I'm actually glad that they found a replacement for Jacoby Smith because I remember he's supposed to fight the Korean guy, the Korean prospect, Sik Hyun Ko. Suck Hong Ko. I think that's his name. Sik Hong Ko. Okay. Yeah, Ko had a rib injury. And I was picking Jacoby Smith over Sik Hong Ko. I think it was going to be a tough matchup, though. It was definitely going to be a tough matchup, but I actually liked him there, too. Because I think he was going to be live for a KO early versus Sik Hong Ko. Sik Hong Ko obviously has good wrestling. He's shown that in the UFC. Hopefully they can rebook the fight in the future. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good matchup for sure. Let's see what the odds are now. Because obviously there's been money coming in and on Josiah Harrell. Obviously, if you watch the Nico Price fight, I mean, you're gonna put some money down on Josiah Harrell. He's shown that he got good cardio. So you open up a plus 385 on Bet Online. He's down to plus 250 now. Jacoby Smith minus 270. They don't okay. They got the under 1.5 rounds plus 149. Over minus 170. I think if Jacoby wins, it's probably gonna go under. Not that he can win by decision, he could outstrike him and not even grapple. But then obviously things are going to get a little bit tricky because Harrell gets better as the fight goes longer. That's kind of what I think. But did I pick? Yeah, of course I picked both of them. But I actually bet on Correa and Duvalier in parlay. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card is gonna be Sergey Spivak versus Ante Doliha. Man, I haven't put a bet on this fight yet because I'm still waiting for the weigh-ins. But I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Sergey Spivak. Now, obviously, I know he's been knocked out a ton, and people keep bringing this up. Even I was talking about this too. Like, he's a bit of a glass cannon. Like, when things aren't going his way, he looks for the door. But like, let's look at his KO losses, right? He's been knocked out 4 times, right? Okay. Like the only worst guy that knocked him out was probably Jail Tanameda, who's still a top 10 ranked guy at heavyweight. I mean, obviously not with the UFC anymore because he got cut from the UFC after that Cunha fight. And I was happy that Cunha won. I mean, hopefully you guys cashed on him too, because I told you guys, anyone that listened, that Cunha was gonna win that fight over Jail Tanameda. I know it wasn't the most entertaining fight. It was boring, but he got it done. He got it done relatively easy there. And yeah, look at these other losses. I actually bet Sorrel Gone at minus 150. That was in pairs. That was actually on the same card as Benoit Santoni and Moises' card. I remember that was one of the best cards for me. Was it the same card? Yeah, it was the same card. Yeah, I had like 50 parlays on this card, and almost every single parlay cashed on this card. The only fight that I got it wrong was Jocelyn Edwards' fight. Obviously, that was robbery. This was an easy, really good card for parlays. I remember. So look, Strogan knocked him out, right? Who else knocked him out? Tom Aspinall knocked him out. Marcin Tybura beat him because he wasn't training for that fight. I mean, back in 2020, Walt Hurst knocked him out. I mean, that was probably the worst knockout lost, Walt Hurst. And then I think he won that fight over Waldo Cortes Acosta. I picked Waldo. I bet on Waldo plus money, and I think he beat Waldo. I actually thought they were gonna give it to Spivak, and I did mention that on my live stream that the only reason Waldo won the fight because he was just a little bit more busy with low kicks and just landing more volume than Spivak. But man, Spivak was the one landing better shots, I think, throughout the fight and the stand up. So he took him down. I think Spivak took him down in the first round, at the end. So it was a close fight. It was a really close fight. And what I'm impressed by is Spivak's ability to when he really is prepared, he's actually a decent fighter at heavyweight. I mean, he's got good jiu-jitsu. He knows what he's doing on the mat. I do worry about his chin, but it's not like Doliha has a crazy chin on him, too. He's been knocked out, 4 times in the first round, too? He was knocked out by Moldavsky. He was not a good fighter. I don't think Moldavsky's the best fighter out there. I've been watching Moldavsky in PFO, and I don't think this guy's any good. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't say that. He's all right, but, I don't think he's, the best fighter in PFL right now. And Moldavsky just walked him on, just fucking had him in the clinch, just worked him in the clinch, just beat him up, and Doliha was just ready to go home there. He just quit in that fight. And I think I picked Doliha there, so I was kind of pissed off about that too. I did pick him as an underdog against Moldavsky, who trains with Fedor and those guys, obviously, so he's got a good team behind him. And not finishing Maurice fucking Green. This guy's a training partner of John Jones, if you guys don't know. That's really bad luck, man. I mean, I know he beat fucking Renan Ferro, who's got no ground game at all. So now he's fighting someone who's got more ways to win. I'm going Sergey Spivak here. I do worry a little bit in the first round if Sergey Spivak refuses to wrestle and make him work. Yeah, I'm gonna go Spivak by. I'm gonna go KO. I think he could knock him out too, or he could win by decision or like finish him on the ground. So give me fucking Sergey Spivak by finish. Leo's the better striker, but I think if Spivak gets him down, he's in trouble. I actually think I agree with you guys. I do think that Leah has better boxing. He's got better hands, like no doubt. He's got better hands. But I think Spivak is kind of underrated in the striking too. Like I know he doesn't have any striking defense, so like he doesn't look good when he's getting hit. He kind of like folds his tan and he'll go home and like pretty quick if things are going his way. I haven't put a bet in, but I do like him as underdog here. I do. I've liked him all week. Yeah, like next week, nearly every Mexican is a lock. That's what I was saying too in my other live stream. That the Mexican card. I mean, a lot of those Mexican guys are gonna win because the UFC's like the matchmakers are lining them up like that. The only guy that I don't trust in the Mexican card is maybe Christian Quinones because I think that guy's a bit of a quitter. Everyone like he's fighting Chris Martino. I mean, Chris Martino isn't the best fighter. Maybe he shouldn't be in the UFC, but he's not a quitter. Like so that's all I'm gonna say for that. Everyone else, I think all the other Mexicans are probably gonna win next week. I do agree. He's probably the better boxer, but and he can wrestle a little bit. But I don't know if he wants to wrestle here. I think Spivak's been getting a little bit better in the striking too, but I want to see like if he has he really been training properly. Let's see, Sergey Spivak, because I know he's got stuff going on the sidelines too. Let's look at his Instagram. So he's actually training at a gym, not training at his fucking garage anymore. This is like a long fucking while back. Where is this? Just a recent post? Just 21 weeks ago. Bro. 28 weeks ago. Doesn't he have any recent posts right now? Maybe he's not posting or... Okay, maybe he's... I don't know. Yeah, this is like a long time ago. I don't know. This is not good. 28 weeks ago, and that's a while back, man. And why is it not posting right now? Maybe this one. I can't. Okay, this is actually a while from last year. Okay, this is not a good sign. But I'm still gonna pick him because I think D'Elia is not that great. Do I think Waldo fights for the belt? I mean, probably. Like there aren't a lot of guys, but well, he already lost to Pavlovich, so he lost to Pavlovich. Pavlovich is. I mean, heavyweights like in the gutter right now. There really aren't a lot of guys that could be next for the belt. Obviously, they gotta run the rematch with Gon and fucking Tom Aspinall. Because right now, obviously, like we don't have Almeida in the mix anymore. I think Korniev, Waldo, that fight probably makes sense, and I know Korniev called him out too. So I don't know if Korniev should get that matchup, but he's gonna be ranked number 5 now because he beat Almeida. So that they could probably do that fight for the next. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he could fight Volkov. I mean, Volkov's in the mix because he beat Almeida too, but in a really close fight. I don't know, man. Maybe it's like in the shitter right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe he could probably. I could see him fighting for the belt at some point. Obviously, he's gonna have to beat someone in the top 5 like Pavlovich or like Volkov or like Gon or like fucking Aspinall. But I don't know what's gonna happen with the situation with Tom Aspinall. I heard rumors that they were gonna like remove Aspinall as a champion, but I don't think that's like there's any truth to that. All right, let's move on, guys. I'm picking Spivak as underdog here. We got Danny Ige versus Melchizedek Costa. Now, I actually got a bet in early on this fight. This is my first bet of the card. I bet the over 2.5 rounds, and I got that at a much better price than you see out there right now, minus 150. The reason I like that, I know Costa's. I feel like the only reason that line was close early because Costa knocked out Morgan Charrier, who's never been finished before. I mean, Morgan Charrier had really good durability. I think that's why the line was a little bit closer early. The over 2.5 rounds, obviously now it's like minus 260 now, so money's been pouring in on the over 2.5 rounds. I mean, I don't think he's gonna land the same high kick on Dan Ige. I mean, he could because Dan Ige isn't as tall as Charrier, but I don't think Dan Ige is gonna fucking get knocked out like that. The likelihood of that happening isn't all that highly. I do feel like this fight's gonna be a little bit close Because I think Dan Ige, man, like if you've been betting plus 2.5 on Dan Ige, you've been cashing. It's like a fucking automatic cash out every time. Plus 2.5 on Dan Ige to win a round. Because even in fights that he's losing, right? Most of the fights that is losing is winning a round in there. It's like 29-28. Like even Pitbull fight, I think that was 29-28 maybe. I don't even remember. Was that 30-27? I think that was 29-28. And the Murphy fight, I mean, another 29-28. I mean, he beat the shit out of Sean Woodson. A bit of early stoppage there, but he was still beating him up, though. He was winning the fight. Diego Lopez, 29-28. Andre Fili knocked him out. Actually bet the KO prop there on Dan Ige. That was easy. And the Bryce Mitchell, I don't remember that one. I don't know if that was a 20-28. I think that was probably... Actually, that was 29-28. I do remember it because I picked Dan Ige over Bryce Mitchell. The reason I picked him, and I thought he won the fight on damage. Thought he did a little bit more damage than Bryce Mitchell. I remember that fight now. And obviously, Bryce was able to take him down every single round, just grapple him, get on top of him. Really didn't do a lot from top position, but he was able to control him. And that's the thing with Dan Ige, right? A lot of these guys that are not even like the greatest wrestlers, like the Korean Zombie, took him down over and over. A lot of these guys, I mean, Josh Emmett, in that fight, he should have won that Josh Emmett fight. And Damon Jackson, I mean, Damon Jackson is retired. Nate the Train. Nate was winning the third round, so I think this is another 28-28 type of fight. Nate doesn't have good striking defense. Man, and this is definitely a step down from all these other guys that he's been losing to, like Diego Lopez, Murphy, even Pitbull, I think, and Bryce Mitchell. Imov Zarevlov, obviously, too. Like, this is a step down for Dan Ige. But I still think Costa has a good style to beat him. Staying on the outside, landing low kicks and high kicks, body kicks, landing knees in the clinch, landing elbows in the clinch. He's got a little bit more to his game than Dan Ige. Dan Ige is a primary boxer who's going to be landing like power shots over the top if you're not careful, if you just throw it on with him in the pocket. That's where Dan Ige is really good at. But even like, I don't know, man. Recently, I feel like he's not really letting his hands go as much, like against Pitbull. Maybe because he's worried about the Pitbull power. Pitbull has power, obviously, in those hands, and he was able to hurt him in the second round, dropped him to his knee. I mean, Dan Ige's durability is crazy, though. I think the over is probably safer, but I do like Costa as a pick. I mean, I'm not really that impressed by Costa because I've been trying to fade this guy. I think I picked Sharia over him, too. I think I did pick Shari over him, I think. I don't even remember if I did. I did pick Arosa over him, too. That was a close fight. That was a war against Julian Arosa, who's got no chin. So that kind of does worry me a little bit. Now he's fighting someone who has a really good chin. I mean, Shari had a really good chin, but he's been getting better. He's been consistent. I remember I bet him, and I did bet him over Christian Rodriguez as an underdog, so he's working Rodriguez in the clinch. He's a former bantamweight. And I think Rodriguez won the third round because Acosta was getting a little bit tired towards the later half of that fight. Andre Fili, I think I did pick Andre Fili there. So like I haven't been the most high on Costa historically, and this is a tough matchup for him. I do think it's a tough matchup for him, but I think being in the bigger octagon does favor Costa a little bit more. He's gonna have a lot of room to move around, and also he can wrestle a little bit. I don't think wrestling's that crazy, but he can scramble with Dan Ige, get his back, control him a little bit, hang on him with the body triangle. Just control the run. That's kind of what I think could happen here. Or Dan Ige could just walk him down, defend his takedowns, and close the distance on Costa, rip some body shots, rip some power shots, and knock him out. So could go either two ways. I'm gonna go Costa. I think he can get it done. How do you know how do you lock someone that lost their debut? Which one are you talking about? Which guy? Costa. He lost up a weight class. I think Costa lost to Moises up a weight class at 155. Yeah, he lost to Moises at 155. And he lost to Steve Garcia. I mean, those are his only two losses in the UFC. So, I mean, I think all both those guys. I mean, Moises. I mean, he was good, man. Moises was like the only guy that took on Islam Makhachev like for a long time. I think he's one of the only guys that actually got to take down Islam Makhachev before Makhachev became the lightweight champion. I think over, man. I like the over more than the Costa money line, to be honest, because I think this fight could be really close. You're gonna be scratching your fucking head when he goes the distance, because Dan Ige makes fights close all the time. Yeah, I like the over 2.5 rounds. I think even right now it's not that bad. If it was an Apex, I would not bet the over at the Apex because I think Danny Gay is more likelihood of getting a KO at the Apex. You like the cost on money line. I'm picking him to win. I just think the over was a little bit better at the price that I got it in early. All right, let's move on. Next fight on the card. Next fight on the card is going to be Jeff Neal. Guys, make sure you guys leave a like on this live stream and subscribe, man. I'm trying to work my way for a kiss up, so hopefully we'll get there soon. Appreciate you guys joining the live stream, by the way. Let's talk about this, man. I do have a bet on this fight. Now. We got Urs Medist versus Jeff Neal. And Jeff Neal's going to be fighting at home here. And he apparently Jeff Neal asked the UFC matchmakers for this matchup. He asked for Urs Medist, who's been shouldn't have got this matchup. I mean, that's probably the only reason he got this matchup. I mean, over Jeff Neal, because Jeff Neal could be fighting maybe maybe any of these other guys like on the come up right now. But he probably just wants an easy one. I mean, I'm not saying Urs Medist isn't dangerous. He's dangerous in the first round for sure. But like, I think Jeff Neal could be fighting someone like Gabriella, Bonfim, or like any of these other guys in the come up right now. Even fucking Joel Alvarez. I mean, like, but yeah, they give him Urs Medist because he's fighting at home. I feel like, I mean, Urs Medist is dangerous early. He's fast. He's quick. He's got nice knees up the middle. I actually picked him over McTabeck Earlby because I was like, he can knock out Earlby, I think, but Earlby was able to like take a lot of knees to the body. I mean, he was getting hurt with those knees from Medist, and then he was able to get his grappling going and obviously finish him by submission. I picked him over Tim Means. I mean, that was fucking Tim Means should not be in the UFC right now. Pernell Soriano gets knocked out in 30 seconds with the overhand right that he just didn't see it coming. And that's the thing with Medist, man. He gets hurt a lot. I mean, even in the Simmons-Berger fight, he was getting hurt early. I think he got dropped by some of the Jedi's fighting in Karate Combat right now, or I think BKFC now actually. He was supposed to fight in BKFC now. I think recently. I don't know what happened. I think it got canceled. Some of the Jedi has a lot of power, so I'm not gonna shit on him for like getting dropped by Simmons-Berger. Okay, his best win probably has to be Muslim Salikov because he looked really good there. Just fucking put him out bad. Masalikov's what, 50 years old now? Like, he's probably 51. And Urbina dropped him, just didn't follow up with the ground and pound or grapple him after he dropped him. He let him back up, let him recover. I think Jeff Neal, man, I'm pretty confident Jeff Neal. I don't even know how Jeff Neal loses this fight unless he gets knocked out cold with something crazy early. But like, that's the only way. I feel like that's the only fucking way Jeff Neal loses this fight if he gets caught with something crazy. I don't think Medist has the same power as Prates or the same skills as Prates when it comes to striking. He's not as technical as Prates. His defense isn't as good as Prates. And like, Jeff Neal's been knocked out before by Kevin Holland, like way back in the day. Like, it was a fucking like 10 years ago, I think it was. Like a while back. He's lost striking fights before to Neil Magny too. Like, Neil Magny was able to fight long and just kind of like pitter patter around, beat him up from range. It was like he just couldn't like figure him out. And obviously lost to Ian Gary, really close fight. I actually bet Ian Gary minus 130 there. I was happy that I think was it that one? No, actually that was over MVP. I think when I got him at minus 130. I think it was minus 200 over Jeff Neal. And he made that fight super close. It was a Shavkat fight, was super close, but Shavkat obviously has holes in the striking defense, obviously. So, and then Prates knocked him out in the first round, which is pretty nasty. I think Jeff Neal knocks him out in the first or second round. I think KO prop. I mean, you can take the money line. Minus 190 isn't bad for Jeff Neal. I do question a little bit why this line's not minus like 250 right now. Why hasn't moved all that much? But I mean, this is just a good matchup for Jeff Neal. I don't know. Like, I don't think Medist is gonna put him away in the first round, and Jeff Neal could knock him out in the later rounds too. I think he's got more experience, obviously, a little bit more durable, has a better chin than Medist, even though he's coming off a brutal KO loss to Prates, which was like a spinning back elbow, which I don't think is gonna happen this time. I'm pretty confident Jeff Neal gets it done by KO. I think it's a pretty confident pick for me. He's sober now. He is actually sober now. So sober Neal. I mean, I don't know if I feel good about that because when he was like fighting drunk. I mean, or like I think he was actually doing more than just drinking alcohol. I gotta look. I gotta watch that interview. I haven't seen that interview yet, where he explained everything. Give me Jeff Neal early. That's what I'm saying, bro. Then the KO -120 and FanDuel out there. It's probably the best fucking prop on this fight. Or you can take the under 1.5 rounds, which is -200. If you got in early on the under 1.5 rounds, which is like -1, I think it was actually plus money in the under. I didn't get there. I didn't get there in time because I was waiting for the props to drop. Okay, the under 1.5 rounds is -175. That's probably safer because obviously Malik is dangerous too, but I don't know, man. I just see Neal like knocking him out at some point in this fight. If you want to be safer, take the money line. I mean, -225 isn't bad. I just bet his KO prop. I mean, -120. I like that a lot. I to D for Neal. He's only got one submission win. I think it was like years ago. Imagine he subs. Imagine Jeff Neal by submission. The whisper bet of the week. Imagine plus 1,800 Neal by submission. Just imagine, right? He fucking takes him, hurts him on the feet, and drops him, then subs him. He's not really that type of dude. I mean, he's more likely to go for ground and pound than like grapple afterwards. That sober time after being fucked all the time, low key makes you another bread. I know from experience. Always being high and then going sober is like another high, bro. I think he's locked in. I mean, I think he's gonna have his family out there watching live, so I'm sure he's locked in right now. He should have been locked in, I mean, years ago, but yeah, I'm happy that he got sober. Being sober is the way to go, man. There's like so much to enjoy in life than just getting high all the time. You know, so much more to life than just getting fucked up all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jeff Neal by KO -120 out there in FanDuel. That's the best number that I've seen out there. -120. I guess you can throw him in a parlay. It's safe to parlay, I think. Jeff Neal. All right, let's move on. The main win of the evening, man. I do struggle with this one a little bit because I feel like we didn't have to wait so long for this fight. I would be like more confident in my prediction, but like I don't know, man. I think Hernandez has a style to beat Strickland, but Strickland also has a style to beat Hernandez. It's whoever can get their game off early enough to get it going. If Hernandez starts like pressuring Strickland, Strickland's jab isn't really hurting Hernandez, or like his teep kicks aren't really working for him. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, Hernandez can strike with him, he can grapple with him, he can mix, and he can shoot fucking as many takedowns as he needs to shoot to make Strickland defend all these takedowns and make him work, get on the back foot. That's what this basically comes down to, man. You think Strickland's gonna beat the dog piss out of Fluffy? Maybe if it's a striking only fight, but even then, like Hernandez striking, I mean, it's not crazy, anything crazy, because he's just fucking super wild. But it's been getting a little bit better because like the reason I don't think DDP striking is all that crazy either. Is he was able to land a Strickland in the rematch, right? I know Strickland was saying he's injured going into that matchup, but still, DDP isn't the most technical striker either. And look, he was able to fucking 50-45 him just because he was able to pressure him. That's kind of what happens to a lot of these guys. Like, you don't have to be the most technical striker or like the most technical wrestler. Imrab doesn't have the best wrestling out there. It's just this pressure, being just so relentless out there with his pressure and nonstop takedown after takedown, takedown after takedown. That's the thing. That's the thing with the Hernandez style. And I've been trying to fade Hernandez. Look, I've been trying to fade this guy forever. I picked Delete at plus 250 over him. That was a really bad pick. That was really bad. But it was like plus 300. So I was like, oh, I think Delete has a chance here. I did pick him over Brandon. I did parlay him over Allen, but that was a really close fight. And Allen, I mean, he's got good grappling. I mean, that was a rematch, by the way. They fought before back in LFA like years ago. That was a 5-round fight. I mean, before, and that was, I mean, he was able to get it done. But Allen was piecing him up on the stand up too. And then I think I did pick Michelle Per over him. So, like, I did pick Kopylov over him too. So, like, I've been trying to fade this guy forever. I did pick I think I did lie bet Hernandez in that Shabajian fight because I know Shabajian has a really bad gas sink. Yeah, I actually faded fucking Shabajian a lot in the UFC. Man, I'm still gonna I'm gonna stick to my pick on Hernandez, but I do worry a little bit because like this line's crazy, like plus 250 on fucking Strickland. Because there's a world where he's able to get it going, pressure Hernandez in the back, but Hernandez doesn't do all that well on the back foot. And that's kind of like same thing would happen that Peter Yan did to Merab Dvalishvili. When you put pressure on these guys, they don't do well. They don't know what to do. So that could happen here. If Strickland's able to get his pressure off, he could have success and walk down Hernandez and just fucking teep kicks the body. That's kind of you can kind of do the same thing to Paulo Costa, who's actually got probably like better chin, better durability than Hernandez. But man, they should have put Hernandez on the Mexican card. I don't know why they didn't do that. Why did they not put Hernandez on the Mexican card next week? I think that's what they should have done with this fight. Cause next week we got fucking Brandon Moreno versus. I'm not like a hater of Brandon Moreno. I like Moreno, but next week we had a really weak main event. We got a short notice matchup next week with Lorna Kavanaugh taking the fight against Moreno on short notice in the main event. I mean, that should have been the co-main. I think they should have had this as the main event on the Mexican card, but it is what it is. You know, you got this fight this week. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying they could have made the Mexican City card better. Obviously, he I think represents America though, but he's Mexican, so they could have done that. I think. DDP smokes fluffy. You think? I kind of agree with you, but I don't know, man. We'll see how Hernandez deals with Strickland. Because I think right now, like DDP should be fighting someone like Brendan Allen or like any of these. Like if RDR had won that fight over Brendan Allen, he could have fought. It could have been RDR versus DDP. It would have been a really fun stylistic matchup there. But now, like with Hamza Chimaev probably fighting Imavov next for the. I mean, they're probably gonna be fighting each other soon. Because Imavov's put in more work at 185 than anyone else out there right now. He's more deserving than anyone else right now at 185 for the title shot. And Hernandez is right there. If he beats Strickland, I mean, if he goes out there, finishes Strickland, he's probably going to be next in the line. I don't think that he needs to fight anyone else at 185. If he has a really close fight, I mean, then he probably needs to get one more win. Then he fights for the title. Then so kind of depends how he looks out there this weekend. You think fluffy by submission is a call, man? I feel like ground and pound's more likely if he does finish. So I disagree with you on that a little bit. The reason I say that is, man, I've seen Strickland like in bad positions before, but he does all the right things. He'll control the wrist and he'll like keep his fucking chin tucked every time. Like I remember Abus had his back in the first round, and Abus has got okay jiu-jitsu. And probably not. I mean, he's not as good as Hernandez, but Abus is slick. He can grapple a little bit. And he couldn't like fucking Strickland was able to survive. Obviously Abus doesn't have nowhere near the cardio that Hernandez has. But I'm just saying, like Strickland is not a guy who's gonna like fucking tap out to a submission. So Hernandez is gonna have to like it's really gonna have to put him to sleep, I think. Because Strickland has so much ego that he's not gonna tap out to any type of submission. I think there's more likelihood of there being a ground and pound TKO, like maybe not him finishing by ground and pound, maybe like him cutting him open. Remember when DDP cut him open really bad, like right here or like right here? I could see Hernandez landing like nasty elbows and like fucking cutting him open, and we get a doctor stop is like in the fourth, fifth round. If he's just landing crazy ground and pound, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying there's a chance that could happen, like fourth round, fifth round, like doctor stoppage or something. Probably isn't that likely, but just a scenario that could happen. I think we will see 5 rounds in this match. I mean, it's favored to go the distance, I think. I haven't bet on this fight, man. The only thing I was thinking about is Hernandez round 4, round 5 or decision, minus 130, and I haven't got there. Hernandez minus 270, okay, minus 255. Now, this money's been coming on Strickland. He went from plus 250 to plus 215, so money's been coming in both sides here. The reason I might do like $10 on like 10-10 on the round 4, round 5 finish props. Maybe you can just end fight ends in round 4, fight ends in round 5, or you can just take the goes the distance if you think it goes the distance. No, Strickland was hesitant over DDP. He was injured. I mean, he did say he was injured, so maybe he was injured going into that matchup. I actually bet DDP like 5 units on DDP there in the rematch because I was pretty confident in DDP there. He isn't gonna be hesitant against Fluffy on the feet. Also, the jab's gonna swell up Fluffy's face. Obviously, like that could happen if Fluffy isn't able to get his takedowns and Strickland's able to defend all his takedowns. But I think the way Strickland's like his stance is like upright, I think Fluffy's gonna be able to get him down pretty consistently. Fluffy is a one-trick pony, even if that one trick is really good. Definitely gonna be some crowd brawls during this main event. You think so? Maybe. All right, guys. Already been here over 2 hours, man. I appreciate you guys tuning into the live streams. I'm in the live stream. Appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with me, talking about this UFC Houston card. Man, I'm gonna take it easy now, man. I was planning on only going live for like 90 minutes. We've already been here over like 2 hours. I mean, well over 2 hours now. I'll see you guys in the next one. I wish you guys all the best on your bets and your picks on this card. Let's hope we all do well on this card, and I'll probably do another live stream later in the week. So hopefully, you guys, I'll see you guys there. Take it easy, guys. Hopefully, you guys all do well on this card later.